This is the Carty Method Podcast.
We have a banger of a show for you today. A banger. And again, I apologize. I'm starting 2 minutes late, which isn't really like me. You know me, I start right on the dot. But today, we had major OBS problems. OBS is open broadcasting software. That is the software that I use to actually live stream on YouTube. And again, I was going through, let me just say it like this. If it wasn't for Garan, I wouldn't be live streaming right now because Garan literally fixed my shit. I had 2 conflicting audio plugins that just, and again, I'm talking like out of the blue. Everything was fine until it wasn't. And out of the blue, OBS, open crash. And I went through that for like 15 minutes and literally I just called Garan. I just messaged Garan and I'm like, help. And he figured it out and had me running in literally 5 minutes. So yeah, Garan, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Welcome, everybody who is watching me live. I'm Steve Carty. If you've never seen me before, people call me Carty. I've been a professional photographer for 35 years. I can start saying 35 because we've passed April. I registered my business, Steve Carty, back in 1990 when I was 20 years old. I got my first studio in 91, and I've been a pro photographer ever since. I went to a photography school, the best photography school in the country, and didn't graduate. I dropped out, got a studio and started working. Crazily, I was one of the best in the school when I was there. And this isn't toots. It's just my whole life since I was 14 has been geared to being a professional photographer. I saw Vogue when I was 17, and that made me realized that photography not only was like a cool thing to do, it was also a career, and my whole life has been geared to that career happening. And here we are, 35 years later. I help photographers. That's what I do here on this YouTube channel. I help photographers just like you. Maybe you're a full-time something else that's not a photographer. Maybe you have a job that you hate and you're trying to leave that and become a full-time photographer and have the kind of lifestyle that I have, where I can do a podcast at 12 noon on a Tuesday. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Today I look at photos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but today for week 18, I really wanted to start to see the photographers that are in Portfolio Lab. I want to see how their websites and their presentation is starting to get out there. Like that is the goal. Beyond just the individual images, we also have to package that work. We have to package that work and put that work out to the marketplace. That's called deployment. And you can see like stevecarty.com. I've had stevecarty.com since 1996. So I've had a website. I've had a website since 96. I've had stevecarty.com since like probably 99. So my domain and my web presence and my site, I keep tight like a tiger. It's super important. Hey, Carlos, welcome. Let's go, Carlos. See, the lights are flashing for you, bro. Give you a little hit of the smoke machine. Carlos, you stepped up, bro. Welcome. Thanks for becoming a member. Guys, say hi to Carlos. Carlos just stepped up and became a member. I appreciate you, Carlos. Welcome. And Carlos, look, here's love right here. Carlos Newman, welcome. Thanks for becoming a member. You can do that too, guys, and get this kind of love if you hit the join button like Carlos just did. Welcome, Carlos. So, stevecarty.com. This is my site. You guys can look at this at any time and see the kind of work that I do. By the way, if you're a photographer or trying to be one and you're watching people on YouTube who call themselves photographers, check their website. That's my ask to you. Check their website and see if they're actually doing commercial work or if they're just selling LUTs and presets and doing street photography for nobody. All right. So that is my website. stevecarty.com is how you see it. Today we are looking at your websites, and I have 28 This is a lot. And again, my cutoff is 30 as far as how many that I can look at. So the whole goal is for a photography site where visuals are critical and you have a very image heavy site. What we're trying to do, like image heavy pages, we need to not also have performance challenges. So we're looking for a score well above 50 for our performance. And I actually rated all of your websites in 4 categories. You got to have a score between 50 and 100, you know? And again, like you got to be way above 50. We're trying to get 100% user experience. Google says that if you have a higher than 50, the number 50 user experience, that users are more likely to abandon your site if it loads slow, and your core web vitals are directly tied to viewer satisfaction. Meaning, if your site loads slow and people go and then leave, Google will start lowering your ranking because your user experience is shit. Also, Google uses this for SEO. So these are some core vitals. So if your metrics are outside these ranges, you're in trouble. So I'm going to try to touch on that a little bit without going too ham. All right. And also, just to let you know, the assignment for Thursday, I'm looking at your niche at night. By the way, Carlos, check the crazy emojis you get now. You get all my Carty crew emojis. You just click the emoji button and you'll see all these cool emojis that you get now. Canon gang, Nikon gang, Fuji gang, Sony gang, all that stuff. Have fun. All right. So Thursday's assignment, what I'm looking at Thursday is your niche at night. Your niche at night. So I want you to create a night image. And by the way, you have till tomorrow midnight to submit this. I want you to use ambient and or artificial light to bring attention to your subject in this night scene. It's a vertical image. That means a cover. That means a single page. Mastering night photography proves your versatility and your ability to create compelling images in challenging lighting situations, which expands your market appeal and your technical skill set. So it's super necessary for you to understand how to shoot at night. That is the assignment I'm looking at Thursday. Today, we are looking at websites. And again, these are all members of Portfolio Lab. You can simply go to thecartymethod.com/portfolio lab to join. Okay, we're starting with Mr. Frank Tom. You got a secure URL, which is an HTTPS, which is great. Your social links are working, and you have your mobile performance is, your desktop's performance is so-so. Let's look at the mighty Frank Tom. Frank, thank you for submitting your website. Right off the bat, Frank, this is a vibe. Right off the bat, this is a vibe. I'm saying yes. This is what I'm watching, though. I'm watching how many you're stacking horizontal. You're stacking these horizontals, which means like I want you to now change your order. So maybe I like above the fold, but once we start getting down here, put a vertical here, like mix this up. And I also want you to notice how many verticals are on your thing. So make sure that they're mixed up. Sequencing is a thing. The work is great. I mean, again, Frank is a sports lifestyle photographer. This work looks really great here. Some of your portraits, I would like some of the portraits to be pushed up a little bit. Again, I think a portrait needs to come here. We have an action adventure. We have an action. We have a lifestyle picture. We need a portrait here. So we have the full range of what you do above the fold. And then again, mix those portraits in. This is a strong one. And again, more athlete portraits I think is needed. Let's look at your personal projects. Just quickly. Again, music, live. I'm on the fence about needing to show this. I like this one though. There's cool stuff here, some of which that could move into your main portfolio. This is really good. Let's look at your about page. Yes, photo needs to be bigger, Frank. Like, come on, look at how big your text is. Your photo should drop right in here, yeah? Your photo should drop right in here with your email down here. This photo is too small for this space. This is great. Let's look at your contact page. Frank at Frank Tom. So your email address is there. It's not clickable. I would make this clickable so they don't have to copy it. And then you have a form, which is fine. I would also put in subject and have some pre-things. If they're going to do the form, get information, like get them to fill out some stuff. Get them to say, like, are you an athlete? Are you ask them a little bit of questions if they're doing the form. Let the form be your first qualifier. Social links working. This is a yes for me, Frank Tom. This is a yes. This is good packaging. Good packaging. Very, 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 very well done. That's our first site. That's Frank Tom. That's a yes, Frank. You're getting an 11 out of 10, yeah? Good shit. This is Gerard Danso. Gerard. Good performance, really fast performance. Like you're on a 70 on mobile and a 90 on desktop, which is great. Let's look at Gerard Danso. So, the format of the site, this isn't what we do on photography sites. Seeing beyond the ordinary, like this isn't a headline kind of a vibe. Like industry standard isn't this. What I want to see is this. I want to see this with your logo here. Also, I'm noticing all black and white. You're not a black and white shooter specifically, but I'm noticing all black and white and then color. Like mix the black and white and the color together. I'm also seeing no horizontals. I'm seeing the space with the grid like totally off. Yeah, for me, you're not using the whole space here. The images are quite small. And you're not showing a variety of vertical and horizontal together. You're showing all verticals, 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 all verticals. So it's like, and then look at when you're doing things that aren't cropped to the right proportion. Like I'm not sure what builder you're using as a web builder, but this isn't it. And again, the sequencing, this and this, both side by side. This picture doesn't need to be there. It's darker than this picture. It's like the smile is kind of better than this, but the exposure is better in this one. Like this should not be both on your site. And then the on figure like this, and it be like, it just looks like an afterthought. This picture, doesn't need to be there. Next, this picture is much better, but you don't need to be like, you decide. I'm showing this picture. Don't say, but I like this one also. So I'm going to put that one right next to it. Like, just decide. And the hand on the chin is tacky. We don't need to see that. There's some great images here, but the lack of sequencing, like, it's basically like your new stuff goes at the bottom, your old shit is all up here at the top, and it's just, there's no consideration of sequencing at all. So for me, this is a no. This is a no. There's too much like distraction happening up here. We use intelligent imitation. We look at the biggest photographers in the world. Look at Jeff Lipsky. Look at what his website looks like. Is Jeff Lipsky here? Is he above the fold? Is he like, we show that once you go to about. When you go to the about page, that's where, and again, even Jeff, he's like a little bit small here, but you can see he like lets you put hats on him. He tries to do something here. That's cool. So, but again, what I want you to see is the spacing, using all available space. Images go right to the edge. Images go right to the top, and he has his sidebar. With mine, look, images go right to the top. They go right to the side. Where's my mouse? Here we go. And when you look at my main portfolio, you can see it's like navigation here, logo, and pictures from side to side. No me, no video. And again, video is good, but that's not where it lives. It doesn't live on the homepage. It lives here in About Me. This is where you put video if you're going to use video. So Gerard, this is not there yet. I like this video. I gave you top props on this video, but you're prioritizing this video over the work, and you're not caring enough about what is down here, which is the most important shit, is the work. You're showing it small, it's not sequenced properly, and it seems like this is just thrown here, and it's all about ego, which this is you, and that's ego. So that needs to be fixed. I hope that helps you. That is Gerard Danso. All right. Who else has a website that they want me to look at? Oh, yeah. I keep doing the wrong keystrokes. Let's see the next website. Next website, we got to mark these. Looked at. Frank. Looked at. Gerard. Looked at. This is Mike Graves. Mobile performance 58, desktop performance 89. This is Mike Graves. Mike, thanks for submitting. I appreciate you. So, Mike, this is another, like, are you a photographer or are you a video guy? This is just busy, and this is really distracting. And then Revelstoke Advertising. Are you a photographer or are you an advertising agency? Like, the goal is to look at photography sites today. And I'm seeing photography here, but the way that it's like there's no border between your images, so everything is just on top of itself. And again, it's very like quote unquote hype, but it is again, I'm trying to like not necessarily analyze the work. For me, the thing that you really need is space between your images. I think for me that would be, and again, this is hype. I'm sure it's effective. For me, like, I make pictures, I don't take pictures, and this is picture taking. So, and again, Revelstoke Media House. Again, you'll notice all the photographers are Steve Carty photographer or Garan Rath photographer or Gerard Danso. Like even you, Gerard, is stay focused. Like, are you pushing yourself as the creator or are you pushing Revelstoke Media? Like, to me, I don't know what Revelstoke Media House is. So I don't know who makes the work when I hire this company. So, and you do everything. Weddings, corporate events, conferences, concerts, festivals, album launches, competitions, tournaments, social events. Like, I have a headache just talking about all the different things that you think that you're going to be the top 1% at. And a majority of this is something is happening and you're there to document it. And again, for me, like, I make pictures, I don't take pictures. I'll say that over and over and over again. I'm not sure how to help you here. other than to say that like the font sizes and the no knockout on the logo, like you put this on transparent, so it's not like a block, which just looks really low budge, and the different font sizes that are like all over the place is just, it's just bad. And then portfolio. This isn't a portfolio. This is more of a bio. This is more of like a CV. Your portfolio is what this is. So I don't know. For me, this is a mess. And again, when I first go here, what section am I seeing? Like, anyways, this is like when I first went to Revelstoke Media, when I first came here. Yeah, when I first go here, this is just, I don't know, man. I just feel like this is a bit of a shit show. There's too much busyness. There's no, and again, I just don't know what it is that you do. Like, I don't know how to help. I feel like you are trying to be everything for everybody. You're trying to be everything for everybody. And it's like, and it's not like your name. So I don't even know your name. I just know Revelstoke Advertising. So then if you just sold this company to someone else and then someone else runs it, like, you could do that. For me, this isn't what I teach or the type of business that I run. It's all about personal brand, like you as a creator, you. So I don't know. I don't know if I can really review this site. I'm just confused, bro. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Like, again, I'm Mike. Like, Mike Graves, you're the guy. And if this is all your work, like, be Mike Graves. Revelstoke Media can be the corporation name, but marketing that, like, you're marketing yourself as an advertising agency. And which means you're competing with advertising agencies like McLaren McCann and like I don't understand what you're doing. There's literally too much going on, Mike. So I'm just confused. That website actually just gave me a headache. All right, let's look at Kyle Kiono. Kyle, 56 on mobile performance, 74 on desktop. Performance is like low on SEO on both. Let's look at Kyle Kiono. Kyle, first of all, what is that? What is that? Kyle, what is this? Like, is this your logo, bro? That's a mess, Kyle. It's a mess. And again, I want you to notice what other photographers are doing. Like, look how clean this looks. Look how clean this looks. Like, this is bad signature, like with the marker, and then like you photographed it, it's clipped. Like, right from here, Kyle, I'm going to tell you, from here, when I get to your homepage, I've already left. I've already gone. Because spatially, you care so much about this. Look at how much space you're giving it. Like, I can barely see because it's so small. And the space here, this space, like, the work is the most important thing. Okay. And when it comes to the work, the color balance and these like LUTs or whatever you're using here aren't here. So again, do you remember when I was talking about LUTs and how, like, stay away from them? You're using it here, here, and here. So these three images have a different cast than this one, and this one, and this one. So it doesn't look like it's all shot from the same photographer. Then look at this black and white, which is kind of warm, next to this black and white, which is kind of cold. It's not black and white. It's like decolor. Like, you're doing too many techniques in one website. Look at how many techniques Jeff Lipsky does. One. There's not a different color balance or different treatment or LUTs or anything like that on his photos. It just is. So, you're like, If it's black and white, it is just black and white. It's just monochromatic without any cast. If you're desaturating stuff, like, well, then you have to desaturate everything. So this, and then also look at the sizes. Sorry, wrong button. Like, your sizes aren't the same. So your proportions between two pictures, they're not lining up. So it's, when we're putting pictures side by side, like, there has to be a reason. This picture doesn't need to be here. This picture, yes. This picture, yes. This picture doesn't need to be here. So you also need an edit. And anytime you're using these treatments, I see the difference between your images, image to image. And it really throws me, because this is a collection of your work. And when you put a collection of your work together, it's really easy to see how your work doesn't relate, because you do a different thing on every one of your images. You don't have any rules. So when we see work like this together, Kyle, this is what I'm seeing. I want you to be biasing yourself towards making pictures, not taking pictures. I want you to be thinking, like, why are there pictures of your kids here, unless you're trying to be a kid photographer? If you're being a lifestyle photographer, then again, Kyle, there's just too many experiments here. Like, all of this stuff is just, why is the question? Why? Like, why? All of this. It's just, again, exercise. If you're going to be a product photographer, shoot a product. Like, what would be the most viable product that you could have in this image? Like, that you could sell here. I'm having a hard time thinking of it, because it's not necessarily like, unless you're selling a soft drink or you're selling a beverage or something like that, like, all of our pictures have to have practical application, or there's no point for them. Yeah, and technically this is really too underexposed. I just think, Kyle, it's direction, and what kind of a photographer are you? And just have it say this, Kyle Kiyono, in text. So because I don't know who the fuck that is, Kyle. And the only way that I know what website I'm looking at is I see it here on the masthead. Your brand is the most important thing. The hand on the cheek makes you look pretentious. You're not pretentious, dude. You're a God-fearing good person, but, like, don't put your hand on your cheek. It makes you look like you think that you're a cool guy. So again, it's just the poses. This one is okay. This is a lot of wasted space. And then it says get in touch, but there's this, it's not a different color. Like, I don't really know that it's a link. And then this archway, please no. This is cheesy as fuck. Please don't do that. And then your email address here. So I can just click your email. The layout of this page is also quite off. As you can see, it's quite down. Like, yeah. There's some definite layout issues here, Kyle. I can't spend too much time looking through all your categories. This says business. More of this should be in your main work. And landscape, please take this off your site. There's 2 images here, Kyle. 2. Do you think it's, and who's going to hire you to make pictures of broken dandelions? Who's going to hire you to do that? So this, again, is a useless category. Take it off. I hope that helps you. Oh, Kyle. I know you're new, bro. We're still working. There's lots of stuff that we have to do. But who you are as a photographer and what it is that you shoot, that's the one thing that I need you to define. Who you are as a photographer and what it is that you shoot. That needs to come to me instantly when I look at the work. And there's too many, like, you just messing around. And then that work is on your professional portfolio. It can't be like that. You have to be laser focused. This is your store. So imagine you walked into a Ferrari dealership and then you see Ferrari, and then you looked over there and there was a Honda. And then there was a Toyota over there. And then there was an Isuzu over there. You'd be like, I thought I was in a Ferrari dealership. I guess they do other stuff now because they're not making enough money just selling Ferraris. Right? Like when you walk into a Ferrari dealership, it is Ferrari. Like it's just Ferraris. Your website has to be like that. It has to be like that. If it's not, then that first like, where's the like, whoa. And it has to be that on every single one. This isn't a storage unit. It isn't a storage unit. Our website is not a storage unit for our photographs. It is a showcase. It is a Tiffany's store. It's a Tiffany's store. I want you to think about that. Do not treat your website like social media. And your social media is also a differently curated Tiffany's store. All right, guys, that's Kyle Kiono. Thanks for submitting, Kyle. This is Daniel Joseph. 89 mobile performance, 94 desktop performance. This is Daniel Joseph, all the way from New Zealand. Daniel, this is clean. I like the feeling. I mean, for me, the work, you're just starting with me. Just starting with me in Portfolio Lab, just starting with me, hopefully either in my accelerator or buying my system. The work is what's going on. And when I click this picture, why is it smaller than the thumbnail, Daniel? When I click the picture, you know it's not supposed to be smaller than the thumbnail, right? Like, here, let me give you an example. When you look at my photos and you click a photo, it's bigger than the thumbnail. In fact, it's full screen. And the next one, and the next one. And in fact, they're all actually the same height, or if they're wide, the same width. Like, this is how it's supposed to feel when people look through your website. So when I come here, Daniel, and I see this, and then a different size, and then a different size, and then a smaller size, and then a bigger size, and then a bigger still size, and then this takes me out of the game. And then also the way that the way that it's sliding left to right is distracting. If you're with Pixpa, I'm with Pixpa, you can change that to fade. Change it to fade instead of slide, because the slide's tacky. And again, the size of your images, some of the exposure on some of these like is a little bit off. The contrast, this looks like it's really overly cropped. It's out of focus. Kyle, thank you so much, bro, for gifting a membership. That's very kind of you. Look at Jordan. He's crying. He's crying. You made me cry, Kyle. Kyle just gifted a membership to the channel. Thank you. And Jay Tracy, who's not a member. What? Jay? You just got gifted a member by Kyle. Jay, you're in my accelerator program. You should definitely be a member already. All right. So for me, Daniel, there's definitely, you have something, but you have to be ruthless when it comes to your website and ruthless when it comes to who you allow to be on it. Yeah. And also the button that you're using, you can change that. It doesn't need this circle, which is just, it really distracts when you're rolling over the pictures. And again, look at mine. I just have the plus without the circle. So, again, work this template. Your spacing is okay. You have a line, this secret line up here. That's not needed. That's not needed. This line isn't needed. We don't need that there. Don't put that there. Sequencing. And again, it's like black and white, black and white, black and white. This is not your opening image, Daniel. This is not your opening image. It's out of focus. This, if anything, is your newest and best. There could be something here. For me here, it's like the makeup is really bad. Look at how the lip line is super crooked, and it's just like overexposed. Like, we got to develop the work. We got to develop the work, and that's why you're here with me. You got to be shooting ferociously, Danielle. I hope this helps you. We are almost, let's look at your about section. Okay, this looks really bad. We need to, hi, my name is Daniel Joseph. It sounds very, it sounds very templatey. Photographer for over 25 years. Where's your photo? So it's like, this is me. This is how to contact me, but you don't get to see what I look like. That's not cool. And then your contact page is a different version of this with literally a stock photo of like a top down of a camera. Yeah, it's like we jump the shark once we're over here. And there's also this weird line that's coming through here. To me, it just looks like you're grabbing template pages and just spitting them out exactly how they are, which is not what we're trying to do. And you do not need this hamburger menu here, because I have this here. This is something that doesn't need to be here because there are no archives to look at. There's nothing that we should be like, this is your blog or something. And if it's a blog, then it shouldn't be, well, obviously you can see that it just has this, I don't know. Anyways, understand that this looks like it could be just stock or something that you have built into here. So fix this, please. It looks like this is still part of your theme. Yeah, Daniel, hope that helps. All right, we got to speed it up here. I'm spending too much time on these, on each site. Mark that red for me, Garan. This is Damien Coppage. Damien, thank you for submitting. Damien, this is not your opening photo. This is not your opening photo. You got to lead with something a little bit lighter. And this is not the template of the way that we build a website. Okay, look at this. I want to hit the navigation, but I can't, because every time I do this and reach up here, it like disappears. Watch this. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. I can't see it. The text is white on white. This is not it, Damien. This is not it. The space is an issue. The fact that this turns invisible and is like almost not clickable. The color balance, like this is oversaturated. This is underexposed. This is okay, but again, top down light. This is good. Lead with this picture. And then down to the next row. This is blue. It's so blue. This is not great retouched and quite gray in her skin tone. This is hyper yellow. And this is good. And then down here, oh my God, this is the worst green, blue ever. A cool shot, but the processing. And then this, it's like you don't know white balance. Look at the difference between this picture and this picture. One is blue and one is normal. Look at how blue this picture is next to this one. Like, and they're all vertical. So there's no variation of vertical, horizontal, and then events in the same website, which is like, let's show making pictures and then let's show taking pictures, which again, nobody cares about. And on-camera flash here, on-camera flash, which is just like really bad. And again, there are good pictures in here, but it's just like this, the scrolly, real moments, real emotions, like, no, this is cheesy. So again, it's not an industry standard website. You're trying to do a one-page website that is not hitting. It's not hitting. And there's nothing under last stories. So the template that you pick, you don't get to just pick a template and leave it. And the fact that these keep disappearing and I can't click them is frustrating. This scroll is cheesy, Damien. You need to know that that's cheesy. And again, I'm going to say intelligent imitation. Do what other photographers do. If you don't see top level photographers shooting for Vogue having like scrolly scrolls across their site, don't you do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me, this is, this is a bit of a dud for me, Damien. And again, I want you to see all of these bugs. Like, I want you to see the bugs, like how the menu is invisible unless I scroll. It's not supposed to disappear. I'm supposed to be able to see this. And yeah, the events, they don't need to be here unless you're trying to just get what you can get. And it's a lot, and I appreciate it, but I don't know if this is going to convert. And you literally have never shot horizontal. There's not a single horizontal picture here. And again, there's a need for horizontal sometimes, eh? There's just like there's a reason to shoot vertical and there's a reason to shoot horizontal. So, yeah, this site for me needs a lot of work, Damien, if you want it to make you money. If you want it to make you money, it has to be, you got to really care about it. I hope that helps you. That is Mr. Damien Coppage. All right, where are we at? This is Michael Rodriguez. Michael Rodriguez, portrait photographer in the Bay Area. Mike, this is good. It has a bit of a vibe. You're also allergic to shooting horizontal double page spreads. There's one here shot not as a double page spread, shot as a center focused horizontal. That doesn't work in a double page in a magazine. It ends up being half a page. Again, I'm not here to critique the work as much as I am to talk about the website, because there is like the curation part, Mike, we really got to work on. You need to learn how to shoot horizontal and not compose on the thirds like you're doing here with so much headspace. This is like you're composing on the thirds. We know that this doesn't work on a double page spread for all the reasons, because again, it doesn't work between two pages. So an art director, people who are in the know are going to catch this on your website. Garan needs somebody in the notion. Thank you, team. So yeah, I'm not going to critique the work too much. I want you to see spatially. The distance you have in between your shots is quite claustrophobic based on the distance that you have here. Make the distance here the same as here. Like you can see how I have it here. You see how much nicer it looks when the space here also matches the space here. And when you don't do that, what it looks like, it looks off. So again, if you're using Pixpa, you just make your site like full width. Not site width, and don't set restriction. So yeah, it's just space, and more horizontals need to be incorporated into this grid, because this is just like a vertical grid and it's not as visually pleasing as when you mix verticals with horizontals. Looks way more of an attention reset when you can show that you can shoot double page spreads and verticals and horizontals. So, yeah. All right. I hope that helps you. This is Mr. Mike Rodriguez. Again, Mike, it's a pretty good swing. Let's look at your about page. This doesn't need the block on block. Looks cheesy. And then this block goes so long. It goes way beyond here. It doesn't need this block. You're like, again, I'm with Pixpa as well. When you're taking these templates, like, how about this full size picture of Mike and then the text goes over top of it? Like, look at how I'm using space on my about page. Like, I'm using the whole space. And when you go into the next section, whole space. So be considerate about, like, using text over top of photographs. Also, see how mine is pushing and actually growing Like when you see my photos, they actually grow. This one does. This is an effect that you can add to your photos. So it just gives that little bit of oomph. So Mike, really work on this. Work on your contact, on your about page. And here should be you, because I don't know why this person is showing. I mean, I know she's somebody who you're photographed, but this is confusing as a photo here. It's confusing, and you can see you have that push in, which is dope. I hope that helps you. Also have your clickable email address and what city are you in? I don't know what city you're in. You know that, right? I don't know what city you're in. There's nothing that says I'm from this city. It's like I'm a Toronto area. It's like, bro, I don't even know where you are. How can I hire you if I don't know where you are? Do you understand how messed up that is? I don't know where you are. There's nothing that says what city you're in. So I don't know how to hire you. So please add that as well. Okay. I hope that helps. That is Mike Rodriguez. All right. This is, check that, please. This is William Sedgwick. William, 47% mobile performance, 65 desktop. This is William Sedgwick. William. All right. So this is a vertical party and not at all within the format of the sites that I talk about. It very much looks like you shoot kids. And again, is that what you do? Is that what you're trying to do? Will Alexander. So we're no longer William Sedgwick. Magazine. Magazine is like blog posts, I'm guessing. And then gallery. But I was just here. In here. So why would I then also need to see yeah, this is not necessary. This is not necessary. This again, William, it's so simple, bro. Look at the format of all the other sites that I show that work. Look at the format of all the other sites that work. Do you see how I have a drop down? Portfolio, tear sheets, personal work. About, gear list, contact. Like, why are we overcomplicating it and not doing like the same format that you see the person who's coaching you do? Like, this is not a necessary page. What is necessary is to grab the best photography from here and put it front facing, which is here. Front facing. Here. Instead, this homepage, you're just trying to do the wrong thing. You're trying to catch people's attention with the work, but for here, you're just, this just isn't it. This isn't it. You got to rethink this completely. I hope this helps. All right, that is William Alexander, I guess now, and not Will Sedgwick. All right, this is Robert Myrick, luxury boat and car photographer. This is Robert Myrick. Robert, thanks for submitting. Okay, this is a good push, bro. This is a very good push. The only thing I'm going to ask is that we nix this. We nix this. And nix this. Nix this. Leave the footer. Leave that, RJ. This first page is a yes. I just need more. And then personal work. I'm trying to sell you as a luxury photographer. Hey, thanks for subscribing. I'm trying to market you as a luxury photographer. And it's like, is there a need for this in here? Is there a need for this? And for me, I can't get past like I can't get past the light and the focus on her belly there with the scarring. Like I just don't. And then the wedding, that's also taking me out of luxury boat and car photography. Articles, yeah, now looking here, it seems like if it's not car related, it shouldn't be here. If it's not car related, it shouldn't be here. If it's not luxury related, it shouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? If it's not luxury, this absolutely. But if it's not luxury related, it shouldn't be here. So for me, Robert, all you need to do is push more on the type of content that you're trying to make. This should be left justified all here and not centered like that. That makes it super hard to read. So it needs to be right justified. Left justified, I mean. Photo is good. I would also, this particular photo, I would put this photo on this side. Oops. I would put this photo on this side. So your back is to the text. This photo is very offset and it's a square. I'd love to see the rest of that photo. Also the font sizes, you have like this font size and then a different font size, or that's the same font size and a different font size here. And you have some italics and like, it just makes this really hard to read. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to read it. It's too hard to read. The exposure on your main picture is a bit dark and there's some like highlights in here. And then contact, yes. The placement of these, I don't need these here because I also have them up here. I would like to see Behance and LinkedIn over Instagram and Facebook. LinkedIn is where businesses connect. So I'd like to see you up there. I'd love this to not be called articles, but I don't have a better name for it. But overall, Robert, this is a yes for me, bro. Overall, this is a yes. This is a huge leap. Your font, I would love to change. And I want people to understand what you do by the work. I don't think you need to tell people. And if you're going to tell people, tell them here. Tell them in the about section. Tell me here that I am a professional. Like, and you don't have to say professional. We already know that. You're a luxury car and boat photographer. So yeah, again, I'm a photographer. Obviously I'm a professional. I get paid. You know what I mean? But I don't have to here say professional photographer because you see it. All right. So, I hope that helps you, Robert. This is a really good push. I'm giving this an 11. Your spacing is good. Your color is good. Consider going 100% black instead of dark gray. Consider going 100% black. And your sequencing. Mix cars in with the boats. You need to shoot, bro. You need to be voraciously shooting luxury right now so you can add to this. And again, the more making pictures instead of taking pictures that you can do, the better. You should be happy. This is a really good push for you, Robert, because you've made like a niche change. So I'm looking forward to helping you get to that next level. Don't forget, my accelerator is coming up, Robert. This could be the perfect time for you. Could be the perfect time for you. This is Robert Myrick. Let's get it on. All right. Close. Next is Ian Martin. Okay, Ian, automotive photography in Phoenix, Arizona. Why did I think that you were from the UK? IanMartin.photos. Ian, let's have a look at what you got going on. Ian, thanks for submitting. So Ian, again, you're one of the car photographers that I love to look at. I love to look at your work. We just need some sequencing here, my brother. I want you to see here, vertical. You put two horizontals here, and now above the fold, I have a nice variety. Also, your Range Rover shot is like this shot needs to be up because it's also black and white. And I mean, this one also is new and this is killer. Your work is killer. Killer. I just want to make sure the presentation. Oh, by the way, this social icon is minuscule. This is so small, like you can't even see what it is, bro. Look how small it is on a 4K monitor. Like this is me enlarging it. It's still small. So when we go here, oh, and by the way, you don't need to, if you say copyright, you don't need to have the copyright symbol because you're saying all content copyright 2025 Ian Martin. So this is redundant. All content, take that out, and then copyright symbol, Ian Martin. And then it's Ian Martin. The work is copyright to you, not to your website. So in my context, it's like all content copyright Steve Carty, 2025. So not stevecarty.com, because that means that the website belongs to the work. And it's not the case. You are the person who owns the work. So all content copyright, delete that, Ian Martin, 2025. And capitalize your name like you take it seriously. All right, so that's footer. Sequencing, Ian, look, vertical, horizontal. You can see how that's jagged, right? It's like you're drawing an upside down cross visually with your work, and that's not cool. So take this picture and put it here. And then take this, like that's going to make it so above the fold, you get 2 more images in here. And then once we scroll down here, now show this image. So your sequencing can be worked on. Again, I love the work. The work is dope. I would really love more close-ups. This is killer. I would love to see, this is killer. This is killer. So for me, more close-ups. Every time you shoot, you should be doing close-ups of all the cars that you shoot every single time. And then private, or that's what I'm looking at. Private shoots. Well, okay. Why is this not in your portfolio, bro? Why is this not in your main book? This is a miss. That is killer. A lot of this just should be in your main book. And it's not. You should have one portfolio. Don't make me now find all of this killer work. Don't make me hunt for it. And then motorsport. This is the second. And again, some of this, Ian, should be in your main portfolio. This isn't personal work. Like there's some really magic work here, but it's not curated into the same portfolio. It's not curated into this. And for me, your main book, all of your hits should be here. It shouldn't just end. And it shouldn't just end. There's so much more that should be here, bro. Honestly, these 3 categories that you have, this main and then private and motorsport, need to be one category. One. And then now, if you're going to have a personal work category, then we can now talk about that. But I would love to work with you to help you curate this book. Also, one little thing, Ian, you do not have a lot of categories. So there's the reason to put your sidebar on the side is when you have so many categories, too many to list up here. That's why you do it. But because you don't even need to say home. Secret time. You don't need to have a home button. Do I have a home button? Why would you need to have a home button? Because when you click here, you go home. So you don't need to have a home button. It's just work. Portfolio, tear sheets, personal work. This is my portfolio. Tear sheets is my work in action, and then personal work. 3 very different categories. And again, this category I don't even need to have here. I literally don't need to have here. It's just personal work. But you can see there's no home. There's no home. And also look at how my images go the entire way. So if you look here, Ian, you don't need to have this as a sidebar, right? You're actually just wasting space, and you're actually just pushing your whole website that way. Your name is super clean. Your fonts are super clean. Just have it here, or a drop down like I do. That's my advice for you, Ian. This is a great site. It's a great site. When I go to about, I like this. I like this. It's so funny. So many aerospace engineers find me. Javier Olivera was my assistant for 2 years. He's an aerospace engineer. He's got a master's from Purdue. So yes, this is okay. Picture should be bigger, should be horizontal, and the text should be over top of it. And then contact. Yes. I like the fact that you look at, again, do you remember how I said, like, have some options for your, like, have some options. And if you're getting them to do a form, get them to, and also you can see 7 is empty. 7 is empty. So fix that, Ian. Ian, this is a good site, bro. You should be pleased. This is a yes for me. I hope you, hey, Ian. Yeah, you have to. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. All right, guys, this website's continue, yes? All right, so everybody who I just looked at, they are all Portfolio Lab members, okay? Everybody in that last section. Now I'm showing you websites from people who are in my accelerator, people who are currently inside my accelerator. My accelerator is like the particular group. I got a bunch of people who are in a year-long accelerator. My accelerator now is, call it 4.5 months, but I have a pro group, which is just like my accelerator people are now my pro group people. I'll say it like that. All right, this is Daniel Van Cleef. 57 performance on mobile, 74 performance on desktop. Daniel Van Cleef. Daniel, thanks for submitting. So Daniel, spatially, same thing with you. I mean, when you look up here, I see your balance, right? Like, I see your balance here and the reason that you do this. But once we get down here, you can see now the space between your shots and this feels off. So I'm asking you to use the entire width. If you're on Adobe Portfolio, I'm not sure if you've switched from Adobe Portfolio yet, or if you're on Pixpa. Are you on Pixpa now? Hey, made with Pixpa. Yes, you are on Pixpa now. Nice. So horizontals above, like horizontals, I want you to think about using horizontals. I also want you to think about space. Look at how this is blue and this is not. This one is an inch longer than this one from the same shoot. So these are things that I see. This is quite cold versus this, which is not. And also 1, 2, 3 of the same person. Like we talk about mix, like curate this a little bit. Like this is put your strongest images forward, not necessarily all one set because you just shot this. I don't care about new. I want to see the best. So this you could leave, but this needs to be above the fold. This is your strongest image and you're not leading with it. This heavily strong image, it's below the fold. Very strong image below the, like, again, strong. So you're sequencing and this doesn't cut it anymore, by the way, Daniel. This is not in the level of what we're doing, I think. I mean, maybe, but if you look down here, now you have a whole bunch of lifestyle pictures all weaved in together. So mix this, bro. It can't just be like, this is 3 from this person and then a 1 and then 2 from this person and then a 1 and then like, no, mix this up. Like show that you shoot lifestyle way higher. Like don't like categorize this order, like mix it up. Mix it up. And then the pictures of you don't get to be in your portfolio. This picture doesn't get to be in your portfolio. This picture gets to be on your about page. This picture gets to be on your about page or your contact page if you decide to use it. But you're mixing like, and again, this incredibly strong image and it's too low. So if you're going to shoot lifestyle, you have to show me that you shoot lifestyle higher up in the fold. I need to see some of that up here. What you need is sequencing. You need a hard sequencing push. Personal work. There is personal work that should be in your main work. This should be in your main work. This should be in your main work. This should be in your main work. What else? Yeah, you need a curation, bro. And then there's some of this stuff that just shouldn't be here at all. This could be in your main work. Yeah, we just need a curation. And then this should be not centered. It should be right justified, like just on a single line, not stacked like that. Like copyright Daniel Van Cleef, your social links made with Pixpa, and your contact information. And you don't need to have it say contact Daniel at Daniel Van Cleef. Like if you show me Daniel at Daniel Van Cleef, understand that I know it's an email address and how to reach you. So, yeah, I'm having a hard time scrolly here. Okay, so yeah, just the way that the order here is and the contact underscore, we don't need that part. And if you're saying copyright Daniel Van Cleef, photography, take away photography, just copyright Daniel Van Cleef, and then 2025, and then you don't need all rights reserved because it's copyright. Okay, Daniel, this is a good push. Let's look at the about section. This is a dope picture of you. Your spacing, it's pushed down a little bit low, and I would consider a horizontal picture and text over top of it because this is a lot of dead white space. And also, you see how you left justify here, but then didn't left justify here. You centered here, so fix that. And then also, you see how this is one space over, reach out. You can see it's one space over, which means you got to backspace one because that doesn't line up with the rest of your text. And again, I like this image of you. Yeah, that's my thing. Daniel, your name should be just a touch bigger. It needs to dominate a little bit more than this over here. Daniel Van Cleef, everybody. This is a good push. This is a good push. I'm giving you an 11 on this site. I want you to be thinking horizontals and like you have them, move them up. And also you're segmenting your work. I need all your work to be in one place so you can see all the different ways that you shoot. That is Daniel Van Cleef, everybody. Thanks for submitting, Daniel. All right. Doyle, editorial portrait photographer. Let's look at Doyle Daniels. I've looked at this site plenty. You've really been working on what this logo feels like, which is I like it. It's simple. It's easy to read. I don't know if this needs to be bold. Like it feels like it's kind of over black. The work is good. The work is really strong. Again, with your spacing, consider having the same spacing here as here. This looks like it's about 5 picks. Just make it 5 picks on the other side. Nice mix of horizontals and verticals above the fold. Nice mix of portrait, really strong location photographer, Doyle. Like sequencing good. I just want to see more. That's all I'm saying is I just want to see more work. Consider left justifying this so it's not a bunch of center things because you see it's not centered under here. So it's just everything just looks off. You can see it just looks thrown off, right? Because it's not centered under this. So then just left justify everything. Just left justify everything. So it's not trying to be in the center. And in fact, it should start over here. Like it should start this way, right? And then your about page, hilarious, your friendly neighborhood photographer. I don't think that we need this. I would just like to move this up higher so it comes in a little bit tighter. And then this is great. This is great. This is great. And again, this is hilarious picture of you. I like the breathing on the rollover. And then contact this form, this box is just a little bit too wide. And this submit, obviously it's dynamic. Is it dynamic? Like when I move this over, it, holy moly. Yeah, it does get smaller, obviously. But yeah, just make that come halfway. And then again, this line break, there needs to be a line like this. It's using all the space, but I don't think that it needs to be this far over. And again, I don't know how you fix that, but I'm sure you can. And again, another Pixpa site. This is a yes for me, Doyle. This is one of those sites that, and again, you really work this site. You spend a lot of time trying to make this work. And the work is great. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. For you, now it's like you have a very specific sensibility. And it's like, it's almost like I don't want to change your sensibility. You know what I mean? I don't want to change your sensibility. I like your sensibility. I just want you to do more of it. Good for you. This is Doyle Daniels. That's an 11 for me, Doyle. Good shit. And again, I don't want you guys thinking that I'm looking for you guys to just regurgitate my site. We're not trying to regurgitate my site. But what we are trying to do is create an industry standard site that doesn't have any mistakes, that spatially works. Yeah, we're just trying to create a site that works and is industry standard, that is work first. Work first. You second. Photographers have the biggest egos, I'm telling you. So you just watch how my accelerator members and how they push the work first, and they're a little bit more like understated. All right, this is Mats Carlson, another accelerator member. He is an editorial portrait photographer. He shoots environmental portraits. He's in Stockholm. This is Mats Carlson. Mats, thanks for submitting, buddy. Mats, I love your font. Right off the bat, I want your pictures to be bigger. Right off the bat, if you're looking at a 4K monitor, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across. Look at Doyle. Doyle, 1, 2, 3, 4 across. Look at Jeff Lipsky. He does 1, 2, 3, 4 across. Look, Steve Carty. He does 1, 2, 3 across. Big pictures, big thumbnails. You can scroll and know whether you're the right photographer for that person without actually even clicking a picture, which makes looking at your work more efficient for art directors. So you are making it so I have to click because your pictures are too small. So make this grid, and I want you to see, because it's dynamic, as I do this, it still is going to give me hyper small pictures. So even if I'm on a laptop, look how small they are now, right? So understand, we're trying to make our work incredibly easy for clients to absorb, meaning just on this scroll, I got your work. But for me, the work is too small. So that means there's not enough scrolling, which means like, I just want to see 3 across. Now imagine this. I want you to imagine your work, your website, if your pictures were that big, if there was that big, and this was Mats Carlson and it was 1, 2, 3. And then the fold would go right here, right? The fold would go right there. And then now the pictures are massive and have way higher impact. So the first thing is change your grid. So your photos are not like set for like small. It's for me, mine is like large, if not like extra large. And again, just the impact is so much better. So do that for me. That's a huge thing. About amazing. This is the best about page I've seen. This is the best about page that I've seen. This is so good. So good. Yeah, it's dope. This is very likable. This is very approachable. But this is not enough of a call to action. You got to compel them to get in touch. You got to compel them to reach out. Like, again, I want you to look at the language on my contact me. The first step to working together is reaching out. It's the first step to working together is to reach out. First step. I got to make that a little bit more obvious and bigger. Form. I don't have a good drop down. And then the right creator makes all the difference. So language, the first step to working together is reaching out. And if you look at my about page language, 34 years of idea execution. Photography has been my obsession for 40 years. So again, the language that we get and we use, it can't just be get in touch. It's got to hit way harder. It's got to hit way harder. And I also want you to look at how your header here is white, but on your about page, it's transparent. So now we have to carry over the transparent header to here, right? And then make the text white like you did on the other, because this looks too boxy, right? It looks too boxy. And then this needs to be left justified. Other than that, Matt, this is dope. You have my favorite about page that I've seen so far. As soon as we make this no more than 4 across, I think it's going to really hit. Let me know when you've made that changed. Let me know when you've made that change. This is Matt Carlson. Really well done. That's an 11 for me. The about page is just boom. It hits so hard, Matt. All right. And again, this is, if you see the comments in chat right now from the photographers who I'm reviewing, like, this is so necessary. It's so necessary because we don't have somebody who can, I mean, you might not have somebody who can look at your website the way that I do, like in a very deliberate way. Robert, he's like, Carty, I'll have it fixed this week. Thanks so much. Like, having feedback, William, got it. Thanks. Like, he's like, so, Sean, this is invaluable. Like, this is to help you. This is to help you. I'm not trying to I'm just trying to make it so when a client comes to your work, they do the thing that you want them to do, which is book you. This is Marcus Mack, editorial portrait, headshots, editorial advertising photographer. Marcus Mack. Marcus, thanks for submitting. Marcus. I like this, bro. This is starting to hit. It's just the sequencing. It's just the vertical with this little horizontal hidden up there. And then I want you to see verticals. I want you to see vertical. But then the sizing between these two verticals isn't the same. And the exposure here. The sizing between this picture and this picture, not the same. Look at the proportions for this one and look at be hella anal about all of these things. Like, these are both, these pictures should be the same height, but because this one is just a little bit longer, it throws your entire grid off. because you're not insane about your sizes. So be insane about your sizes, Marcus. It's super, super, super important. And again, for as long as you've been with me, you should have way more work. End of story. You should have more work. You should have more work that qualifies for being on your portfolio. You should have way more. Like pictures that like this, like I know that you have the ability to get this, but why are you not obsessed about finding people to shoot? Because that's what's going to completely change your game. And also really lock in horizontal, bro, because this cannot be your only horizontal. This cannot be your only horizontal, which it is. So you're showing like you're a one-trick pony. I want to see versatility. I want to see more. I gave you photo of the week of this environmental portrait, but then you never made another one. You never made another one. This is the only attempt that you've made, and you remember all the things that I had issues with this picture. So, and spacing. Look at your spacing between your pictures and your spacing on the side. Use all your space. It'll make your thumbnails bigger and your pictures have more impact. And your name needs to be a little bit more impactful and needs to line up exactly to the edge. Right now, yeah, it is. It just feels like it's over. It feels like it's pushed over. Yeah, this is all I got to say for you, Marcus. I need more work from you, bro. I need more work. And your website makes it clearly known that you're not going to be able to get away with just having 20 pictures here. And I don't even know if there's 20. This is great. This is great. But again, the blue. Why the blue? The blue feels like it's a default color. Is this your color? This is great. But the crafting brands that leave a lasting impression, that feels like a fucking Hallmark card. I need you to have like realistic language that doesn't seem templated. I help with building brands and marketing through visual marketing. I help with building brands and marketing through visual marketing. That is not a sentence, Marcus. For immediate feedback, take my quiz. Like, this is still confusing. Like, I don't like, the language isn't right. I help with building brands and marketing through visual marketing. So, and the color balance here is very green, blue. So fix your color balance, and also your header. You're doing the same thing with the non-transparent header, where you could have this white and the text white and your hair going up here instead of having a white bar going through your head. So this needs to be left justified. And this is an amazing image. Again, the text, it's like, ready to make your brand truly unforgettable. It starts with a visual strategy. Like, the sentences, the language isn't right, and I hate this blue so much. I want that to be a different color. But again, this image is really great. But you're making video instead of stills in that image. And then your contact. This is dope, but again, it needs to be left justified, not centered. Left justified. You have something to justify against. This whole centered text business, I need you guys to stop doing it. And yeah, this form being down here, I feel like this is your about page text. Okay? This is your about page text. Yes or yes? That you have on your contact page. And then on your about page, this is your lead magnet. Your lead magnet needs to be its own thing up here that you're trying to get people to take based on what it's called. Okay? So no one's going to be taking this quiz because there's no reason to. It's silly and it's not in the right spot. And then you're wasting a lot of space here to talk about yourself when you want people to contact you. This is why this needs to be on the about page. So those are some things that you actually have to fix here, Marcus. But overall, it's a good site. I need work. I need work from you. We don't get to just stop here. And imagine this was the last photo I saw from you. How long ago did you shoot that? This is the last photo I saw from you. How long ago did you shoot that? All right. Marcus Mack, everybody. Thanks for submitting. All right. Next on the docket, we are only halfway through. This is insane. I got to go faster. Mike Morrison. Please check off the ones as I do it. Mike, this looks good. I like it. I hate this blue book me button. It's ugly. Like it's really ugly. It needs to not be like, do an overlay, do something. And again, book me. It's like, Mike, I don't even know you yet. It's literally like, imagine this says F me, like have sex with me. It's like, bro, I don't even know you yet. I just met you. So like nurture me a little bit before you go for the tits. Do you know what I mean? When you say book me, it sounds desperate. Book me. It sounds desperate. And also there's too many pictures across. This is 6 across. I would do 4, which means all your images are small because there's too many across. Your spacing is good. Mike Morrison autophotography.com. I'm really hating that. I really want this just to say Mike Morrison and in text and not a logo. It's just Mike Morrison. And again, I want you to see it doesn't say Jeff Lipsky, celebrity photographer, and have like a logo of a camera. Like we're trying to get high frequency. For me, this is bordering on like something you put on a t-shirt. You know what I mean? And the cursive makes it hard to read. And again, it's just Mike, just be Mike Morrison. Just be Mike Morrison, photographer. And if your name is Mike, if your LLC is Mike Morrison Auto Photography, amazing. But just make it Mike Morrison. This is hokey, and it's taking away from the amazing work that I'm about to look at. So again, make it clean. Just look at how clean Marcus Mack is. Super simple, although this is way too small, Marcus. Doyle, and again, I'm right on the edge with Doyle Daniels logo, but at least it's legible. All right, so pictures need to be bigger. That means 4 across and not 6. Proud member of the PA. Okay, that you can put on your about page. It doesn't need to be on the bottom of every part. This is busy, Mike, and it's like you want to be next to like all your accolades. It's like a picture of a guy, like they're not Oscars that you're holding. Do you know what I mean? The exposure on you. I just want to see you, Mike. I just want to see you. All of this stuff in the background and these watermarks are just cheesy. I just want to see you. And then this like little wavy business, again, cheesy. The blue buttons, I'm not sure if this is like your color, but just FYI, this is just like Windows blue, like default color. It needs to be something else. Mike Morrison is an automotive photographer, licensed drag racer. You are talking about yourself in the third person here. How about I'm an automotive photographer, an NRA licensed drag racer based in, like I am, rather than Mike Morrison is. Because then you say my passion. So then you go back to first person. So why is this not also first person? Yeah, when you're talking about yourself, like you're writing about yourself, it's always strange and always comes off as super fucking weird. So, again, the get in touch. That is the default thing that it says on every single contact page. So if yours says get in touch, change it. And these archways, this is just, again, a default template that you pick that's hokey. And you're looking away. You're not looking at the person who's trying to hire you. Make eye contact with the person who's trying to give you money. You looking away makes me say, hey, what's he looking at? And then I look over at my next browser and then I open Amazon and it's like, oh, I think I'm going to buy something. And now I'm completely distracted because you're looking and taking me out of the site. eye contact. This is when eye contact is the most important. For me, the template page, the get in touch, like once people are here, we don't need to sell them anymore. We don't need to sell them anymore. And you have, you're putting about stuff in your contact me. Like make it that like this line, get in touch, which is just like a template. It should be like, again, the first step to working together is reaching out. And give me a picture that compels people to make me feel likable, like I'm connecting with them, that I care about them, and that I'm somebody worth reaching out to. Again, I think that we're missing that in your about page and in your contact page. It just feels like this feels disconnected and this feels hokey. And again, it's like there's big money in Florida. There's big money in cars. You're trying to attract a Tiffany's audience, not a Walmart audience. Like we're trying to get you to be like up in this top echelon of photographers. Language and all of that stuff is all part of it. This is Mike Morrison, everybody. Thanks for submitting, Mike. Mike, overall, this is a good site. Please throw this logo out the window. Change this page, change your contact page, and make your images literally 4 across. And also you're hiding some other work here. This 24 Porsche Cayman, this picture should be in your portfolio, but now I'm looking at some sort of a private client gallery or something. There's pictures here that are good enough to be in your main portfolio, but they're not there. And you're hiding them in this gallery of 25 photos. That is a client gallery, which I have no business seeing. Like, so don't have your client galleries front facing, which is essentially what you're doing here. You just gave me access to your client galleries. So don't put that here. Okay. This is not something that's supposed to be front facing. And like there is work here that's not in your portfolio. And if there is, there's one and it's not the right edit. So I want to see, like, again, more of that work worked in here properly. Oh, okay. This is Mike Morrison. I hope that helps, Mike. This is a good site, but there's some fixes that you can make. Ooh, 27 is too many. Lamont de Sal, your Behance link is broken, is what Garan said. Let's look at Lamont de Sal. All right. So apparently when we click your Behance link, it doesn't work. This whole shakiness is just like, I don't like this, where like the pictures do that thing. I don't like that. Just a rollover is enough. I'm kind of not 100% on the sequencing, and this scheduled, like this whole part, like this goes in the, like when I click contact me, where does that go? To another website. This goes to like your CV, like your resume is where I go. Main portfolio and then headshots. This, again, we talked about these headshots. I'm not going to get into it. We talked about this headshot and it's one picture 17 times. And it's just doesn't hit for me at all. The sequencing, there's a lot of verticals and like, I just feel like there's some sequencing that has to happen. This I'm not loving, and I want this contact information to just be a contact. Like you're not following the template. Like, again, this is like, you're not following the standard, you're doing your own thing. It's a WordPress. This is a WordPress site. This, I'm not sure what this is built in. Behance link goes to nowhere, and like this drop down is just this, so there's redundancy. Like I don't get it. For me, I don't get it. You need to shoot on location, Lamont. Like, if you look at the work, that's the one thing that's missing is outside. There's one picture that has nothing to do with your niche, or it's like a left. Like, it doesn't fit the type of work that the rest of the work that you're shooting. So I just see studio work, and like, you need to add, like, and I leaned in on this. I leaned in on how important it is for you to learn how to shoot on location. Yeah, for me, again, it's an okay site, but there's some redundancy. You're making it very hard for me to just flat out contact you. This now goes into like another site. This is hard to see. I don't need your resume, bro. I don't need your fucking resume to hire you to make photos. I just need like this to be not so complicated. So for me, again, you're not following, you're just doing your own thing, Lamont. And I try to show you the templates and show you the format. All right. Again, for me, the site is like, it's okay, but for me, like, all of this shaking and shit when I roll over the pictures and stuff, it's all just taking me out of the work, and not seeing location photography at all makes me feel like you're a studio photographer. And again, if that's what you want to be, that's cool, but then don't put this picture in here. Like, it doesn't fit. I'd rather you do that than have that picture in there. Again, I'm just trying to figure out exactly who you're trying to be, Lamont. Yeah, we're getting there, but I'm still a little confused by this site. It's Lamont DeSalle. Still just a little confused, bro. This is Ramon Trotman. Portraits, Headshots, New Jersey. Roman Trotman. Roman. All right. So this line here we don't need. I'll say this again. This line we don't need. The underline under your name we don't need. Your font is incredibly small. Like, I can't even see that. Like, this is too small, bro. It's just text. And then this is too light. It's not matching the other ones. You can see how this is not matching the other ones. You see this? Doesn't match. So, and then these colors of the like Instagram color and like that just now I'm noticing your social links before I'm noticing your work. So you want me, what it seems to me is A, your name is not important. B, I want you to click off this website and go to my social media. That's what you're saying me to do, because they're colorful and really taking me out of this experience here. The work is good, but there's not enough of it. This is not industry standard. This very tiny font on the bottom of like your footer, and then this literally standard default blue consultation button is no bueno. No bueno. Remove all the color from this. Remove the color. This is really bad. And then portfolio, which I thought I just looked at, and then creative portfolio is now another website that you want me to look at that is not loading. Not loading. There's no photos. And like, why am I here? Like, this is what's happening with this website right now. Now it just crashed. So why did you send me there? Why did you send me there? Like, to creative portfolio. Because now this page, this is what it looks like. So let's try it again. Creative portfolio. Click. This comes up. Nothing. And then it crashes. So, okay. How about we don't link that and we take creative portfolio, because I just want to see your work, bro. How many different links do you want me to jump through in order to see it? Like, now jump over here and look at this other website to see more. Just put the work here. How much work do you want your potential clients to do in order to see your photography? For this website as it is, it's like, it almost works. It almost works. The issue for me, the main issue is, I don't know what's going on with your name. It's just your name in caps with an underline. This, like, The work, there's some stuff here. There's some stuff here, Ramon, that I haven't seen from Port. The work, like, there's some stuff here, bro. But you're fucking it up in this presentation. And it's not making me take you seriously because you're not taking your presentation seriously. Seriously. Does that help you? Seriously? We use intelligent imitation. Find me one photographer that is using colored fonts, colored anything for their, like, because you know what colors do? It takes you out of the thing. Like, this is why there's no color on these. None. So you can see the work. When you look at yours, what do we see first more than anything? Is those icons before we see anything. So it makes me think that you care more about Instagram than you care about your website, because you sure as hell want people to go there. So yeah, this, and there's way more work, way more like you care more about Instagram, and you put more stuff on Instagram and images on Instagram that aren't on your main site. Images like, I mean, again, this is like, it's center focused horizontal, and like, but there's definitely some stuff that could be on your main website that's not. So, anyways, so Ramon, this is your business here on your website. Instagram is not your business. Like, Instagram is, someone else owns that actually. This is actually what you own, is your own space of the internet. You should care way more about it than one of Zuckerberg's properties. I hope that helps you, man. You got to care way more about this. This is not going to cut it for me. All right. Close some windows and get back to Rinska van der Hout. Rinska, Rotterdam photographer. Let's see, Rinska. So, Rinska, I know you're kind of in this in-between stage where it's like you shoot babies and kids for school, but then you also are trying to be a photographer. So, how can this and this be on the same website? Can you explain that to me? How can this and this be on the same site? Like, how can this and this be on the same website? At some point, Rinska, you are going to have to let go of the kids. And again, beautiful kid, beautiful photograph. But guess what? It needs to be on your kid website. On your kid website, where you only show kids. Because you shoot kids for a few different schools. You have clients. Make your own website just for kids. Because someone who's hiring you to shoot kids is not hiring you to shoot an athlete. So, and someone who wants to hire you to shoot an athlete, they're going to not think that you're an athlete photographer because you have this picture here. So, Rinska, you have like this picture, professional headshot, and this picture on the same site. Your website can only be one thing. Okay? You want your website to be everything. And right now, all it is nothing, because you're showing everything that you've ever been hired to do, and not taking this very specific client and packaging it into its own separate website. Its own separate website where you just show kids. So you can then focus this site in developing pro level work so you can actually get paid clients, because paid clients like this lady who's hiring you is not going to hire you if she thinks that you're a kid photographer. Mixed work is the worst thing that you can do. Like, let me look through here. editorial basketball image, and then that, and then editorial basketball image, and then kit, and then headshot, and then headshot, and then basketball image, and then basketball image, and then the, like, what? Do you understand how confusing this is? It's completely confusing, and it's confusing to your viewers. And how are you going to convert anybody if this is what you're showing on your professional website? Rinska, remove the children and put them on its own site. Okay? Super simple. Do that today. This is Rinska van der Hoot. Thank you for submitting. I hope this helps you. You're trying to be two photographers, which means that you end up being nobody. We're trying to you have to be one photographer, serving one person at one place on their journey, looking for one transformation. You're speaking to too many people. Therefore, this website, it's just confusing. All right. That is Rinska van der Hoot. Next, Jennifer Grace. Jennifer, I've been watching this site quite a bit. Jen, this is, again, strong. I'm not married to the gray. It's kind of this. Number one, I'm going to break your brain. Gray isn't your personality. You have more of a bright personality, okay? Your work is also bright, optimistic, which means when it comes to what should I make my website background, not gray. Because gray is kind of gray. You know what I mean? I'm going to break your brain. Change the background color of your website to white and see what it looks like. I changed mine from white to 100% black to back to white to 100% black. But right now, white is trending. Look at how my work feels like on the white. Okay? Now I want you to see how your work feels on the gray. So consider changing the color of the background of your website. Okay? The next thing, your name is quite bold. And again, I appreciate it, but I would consider, like, I don't know, maybe a lowercase font, like my understated t-shirt. The work is good, Jen. The work is good. Like, you're mixing in horizontals. I'd like a little bit more horizontals, but you are mixing in horizontals. You have a great sensibility. I mean, there's a couple of things that I would take out, but overall, Jen, but why are you leading with not your strongest work? And why are you leading with too black and white? And this color thing, this is not your strongest image. And this is not your strongest image. Her eye is weird. But you do have strong images. Like this. This. You have strong images here, Jen, that you could lead with that are stronger than that. This. You have more badass images. This. Like, you have images that you can lead with, but you have new images, but they're buried. So above the fold, this is the most important thing. So why would you show two black and white side by side? And then why would you not mix a horizontal in here to show two more images? Do you know what I mean? These need to be your best images. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're going to put two black and white on that row, why not go black and white color, or put this one down here so you can see a hint of it? This is not something that I want to see first. Do you know what I mean? You have so much cooler shit to show first. So the sequencing needs to be worked on. And then the headshots and corporate. There's shots in here that could go in your main portfolio. There's shots here that could go in your main portfolio. But again, it's don't use categories as a way to just dump more work in here. This is not what it's for. And then life portraits. Well, there's work here that can go in the main work. There's lifestyle work here that can go like, so Jennifer, a portfolio review again is needed. A portfolio review again is needed because you remember our talk. You remember the talk that we had not 48 hours ago. This page is a mess. The like black on gray on white. This is, yuck. You got to fix this, Jen. This just transparent. Just make this transparent. It doesn't need to be a block. And then, and then the transparent header. And this get in touch button. Again, from here on in, if I see get in touch one more time, I'm going to lose my fucking marbles. Get in touch. Seriously, that is the default thing that it says on a contact page. Default, get in touch. If I see get in touch one more time, and if you don't all remove get in touch, that language from your website, it's so basic and it's default. So this page, Jen, this doesn't work. I need you to see how it doesn't work and how like this block of black and like it just doesn't work. This button, when I click get in touch, it just takes me back to here. I'm already here. So then the about page, guess what? The about page is the same page. So then why do I have a about page and a get in touch page if it's the same thing? And guess what? You're hiding your face, which is the one thing I said for you not to do. Do you remember? Do you remember when I got you to shoot self-portraits? Do you remember when I got you to shoot self-portraits so you could have brand identity to connect with your audience? And then where's that on your website? Now on your website, you're hiding, which is what I literally worked so much to get you to not do. And then you're hiding behind your camera on the one point of contact where you need to make eye contact. Why would I create something with you when I don't even know who you are? Okay. Jen, we got problems here. And then you have this video, but the video's under here. The video's hidden. And this video is so great, but guess what? The video needs to be here, not under here. Because I didn't even know that there's no arrow. There's no anything that tells me that there's more. Lead with the video. And the video needs to be not like, just layout wise, there's so many mistakes here. Like this doesn't need to be full screen. This can be just like a pop-out video and you can have text over top of it. Your testimonials are buried. The testimonials need to be like a little bit higher in the thing. And your about page is a separate thing than your get in touch page, which is, by the way, a contact page. Contact me. Reach out. Think of anything other than get in touch. All right, Jennifer, this for me is close, but you're using 3 different categories to hide work, not show work. You're hiding them. Headshots in corporate, there's great work here that should be in your main book. There are life portraits, there's great work in here that should be in your main book. You're trying to segment yourself as to 3 different photographers so you can segment and serve 3 different audiences when you're just one person, and you don't need only to serve one audience, and you just need to frame your work in the right way. And right now, you're not packaging your work properly, and you're showing the wrong stuff forward. And it's a journey for me to help you get there, but another portfolio review is necessary. This picture is quite blue. Like there's still mistakes that you're making when it comes to showing these pictures. Overall, Jen, this is close, but I can't give you an 11 on this site yet because there's too many mistakes. I hope that helps you. It's Jennifer Grace. We are 28 sites to get to. We are at number 20. Site number 20. What time is it? Almost 2 o'clock. This is Juan Herrera. Juan, what's the first thing that I'm going to say about your site, Juan? What's the first thing that I'm going to say about your site? I'm going to say you have a space issue, yeah? Would you agree that we got a space issue here? Space? Yes or yes, Juan? Text. Really small, right? Like space. This site needs to exist right here. So why is your header so big? Just fix that. This is just like, look, it wants to be here, but then it's kicking out bigger because it's a bug. So fix that. These two pictures need to flip. These pictures need to flip because you're putting black and white on black and white. But I like nice big pictures one and high quality pictures. This picture needs to go over there. Possibly. These two pictures of her both looking the same direction. There's some processing things in here. I want you to be looking at the skin tone versus here. This is super important. I like though one. I like this stuff now is all getting into the commercial. Like, bro, mix it up. So you're not showing only cool shit early and then you just quickly slap into the commercial stuff. Like, mix it. And there's not enough work here. I know you have way more. There's not enough work here. You have more. And again, you need help curating this. There's not enough here. And yeah, the way 2 arms crossed, 2 headshots, corporate dudes right side by side, like the way the sequencing, 2 people in a running stance side by side, like the order of your pictures is not right. Is not right. I hope this helps you. Text is too small, name is too small, about contact. Where's the words? Well, the words are underneath. Okay. So are you using Adobe Portfolio still? Because this builder and the way that the spacing and all of this stuff, and then contact us, this is Juan, come on, bro. Come on. Look at this. This is not great photo, but look at how this page is laid out, bro. This just looks like literally cut and paste. It's not good, Juan. It's not good. And your about and contact are the same thing. And this is how much you care about people reaching out to you. This is what you're giving them to reach out to you. This is how much you care. Look at how this is laid out. This is how much you care. Juan, come on. It's Squarespace. Like, bro, leave Squarespace and sign up to Pixpa. Like, or invest the time it takes to make your Squarespace site look better. Because this is like, once we got past the work, it's like you stopped caring after here. You know what I mean? It's not enough. And I appreciate you having this at your footer, but this cool font and all of this, how come that is not here? How come that's not here with any kind of cool dynamic or anything like that? This is a bit of a miss on the back end one. And again, in case you're wondering why no one's reaching out to you and asking you to hire, to hire you, is because this is what your back end looks like. This is what your back end looks like. One. You're my accelerator, bro. My standard for you is up here, right? My standard for you is up here, right? Up here. All right. This is Joshua Haney. Joshua is a editorial portrait lifestyle photographer. I haven't played a single spot. I asked to be reminded to do that. Joshua Haney. Let's look at you, Joshua. Joshua, I love the logo. This is super clean. Spatially, bro, though, you're really giving yourself way too much space up here, yeah? Way too much space. I like the black background. The work above the fold is good, but I feel like for you could go 3 across because you have a lot of horizontals here. Your sequencing and you having the best shots above the fold. This needs to be above the fold, Joshua. Like, you have big work that's like way down at the bottom. And where's the photo with these 2 paddles? This one. Like, yeah, I'm not sure if you're, you look like you're using Pixpa. Okay, so where am I now? Like, it seems like when I click this, I'm in some other gallery. What is this? And what gallery is this? Because this isn't the main gallery, is it? Is this gallery? It is. Okay. It's weird because this shows Hollenbook Pickleball, but none of the other ones do. So why does this one have text with none of the other ones do? So yeah, that's something to look at. This is too good a picture to be so low in your website. This should be definitely above the fold. You need to know what your top shots are. You need to know what your top shots are, so you put them up here. For me, this is not your top shot. It's not your top shot. So like this hits harder and makes more of a statement. Like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make statement photographs. This hits so hard, but it's lost on your website because of where you placed it. So sequencing these two black and white side by side, they're two totally different contrasts. So you can't put these two back to back. That you can't put them back to back. It doesn't make sense. And then all the pickleball shots together, like you have to mix it up. And also, Joshua, I know that you have way more work than the 25 pictures that you have on this website. There's way more work. And where is it? Because like it needs to be here. So for me, you're such a good shooter. You got to care enough to curate that work, look through that work, pull that work out and show this work. I would happily sit with your work if you want to book me for a portfolio review and help you, because I don't think that there's enough here. And I know you have an amazing portfolio of work. I just don't think that I think you might be missing amazing shots that just aren't here. That's Joshua Haney, everybody. Joshua, overall on the site, this is good. Just watch the spacing here, okay? Let's see the about page. This is good. I fix this button, perhaps an outline. Testimonials is good. See if you can get rid of the collect testimonials with Senja. Follow me on Instagram. I don't know if we're needing to get people to move from here. Why is this picture not on your website? Why is this picture not on your website? You know, like there's things that you have now on Instagram that you don't even have on your site, which means you're prioritizing posting over sharing here. So that's a problem. Sharing here is more, if it's new on your website, if it's new on Instagram, it should be on your website. It should be on your website already. And this page is okay. This text is hard to read. You can see, you agree that this text is super hard to read. So it needs to not be that font or not be that light. And you have every social icon in the world here. It's too many different social icons. I like 3 is like the max that I would do. It's too many social icons. I hope this helps you guys. This is Joshua Haney. It's a good swing, Joshua. It's a good swing. It's a couple of different, your spacing is really good. I like a little bit wider spacing. Looks good. Just fix your spacing here. And your buttons. And yeah, I don't need you to embed your Instagram. Again, Instagram is not the be all end all of social media. LinkedIn, I would say connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd care more about that than a follow on Instagram, which is just a vanity metric. It doesn't mean anything. I have like 13,000 subscribers or 13,000 followers on Instagram. It means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. All right. This is calligraphy. All right. Calligraphy. Let's get it on. Thanks for submitting. So, your logo doesn't, it tells me that you're a calligrapher. It's not, and again, it's a logo. It just says K. And I get that. But this, you care so much about this that you're throwing your whole site balance off because you care about that logo so much. That logo, again, calligraphy is your name, but it's like just seeing it written out is cooler than you being like, here's a calligraphy pencil and here's a K in calligraphy. It's just like, I'm a smart guy. Okay. If you say calligraphy, I know what calligraphy is. I know what it is. So showing me a logo that's a K, telling me calligraphy with a K, and then showing me the calligraphy pencil, it's like, bro, I'm so wrapped in your logo that I've forgotten that you're a photographer. I've forgotten because you care about this so. Clearly, you care about this so much. So literally, calligraphy, imagine, Courtney just said a calligraphy in font, in Vogue font. Like, your name, Whether you want to use your last name or not, or want to just be calligraphy, it needs to be written out. Here's what happens when you do that. You become industry standard, meaning you're doing what other photographers are doing, like Jeff Lipsky, like Carty. It's just my name. It's just my name, Carty. It's simple. And I use a dot matrix logo. But again, it's just simple. For me, this throws off your site. Okay? Imagine your site should start there. Your site should start there with calligraphy right here. Category, 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 or just category, portfolio, about, contact, social icons. And then guess what? I see the work. Space here matches the space here, which it doesn't. And then it's understated. When you do, look how off that is. And then look how small this looks. And like actually like too small to even notice. I definitely noticed that. The work is good. There just needs to be more of it. I'm going to just say this over and over and over again. This is a new picture that I haven't seen. This is a vibe. It's definitely something. You're starting to come into something with your light. This is a picture that doesn't need to be here anymore. I'll just say that clearly. It doesn't need to be here anymore. Let it go. And I need more work from you. And also the sequencing. Your best work is not at the top. Your best work isn't at the top. This stays, but this isn't like he's too much in an in-between moment. This is too much of a snapshot. This should go up. This should go up. This should go up. This could go up. Yeah. And again, calligraphy. You still have pictures of your ex-girlfriend on the website. Like, you need to not look at your ex-girlfriend who broke your heart every time you look at your website. Like, you need to shoot more pictures so you're not going to miss your girlfriend not being on your website. She doesn't need to be there. She caused you nothing but heartache. So personally, the sequencing needs to be fixed. You need to shoot more calligraphy. You need to shoot more on location. On location. You need to show me and yourself that you can shoot on location. Because right now I see a lot of people on gray. On gray, 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 on gray. It's like, you shoot on gray. I get it. Now show me something else. Okay, show me that you can do something else. About page, dope. Eye contact, looking here and there. I need definite straight on at me. I appreciate what you're wearing. This centered needs to be justified left or right. And again, this needs to be justified left because it is centered, but it is not, it doesn't need to be centered. It should be justified left. Spatially, locking you off to that side, I don't mind. It actually kind of looks cool, but again, you can see just spatially up here, it's not working. And then your contact page with this long skinny is just not good. It's not good. It's not working. Do a full size, full width, and then text over top. It looks the best. And again, I'll just show you again, my contact page. Text can be over top. You can email, and you can have it so it only highlights and makes that ugly when you overlay it. So it's a little bit more subtle. Simple. Text over top. Again, that for me would make this page a lot better. Like, I don't know what you're making. I don't know what this proportion is. It's like 2:16. It doesn't make sense. And this just is completely off. And again, this is not justified. It's centered, which is, again, not everybody's going to be a designer. Not everyone's going to be a designer and understand design sense the same way. But yeah, like, fix this stuff. This is like all easy to fix. I mean, again, you just have to look at it. Like, why not keep the proportion? Why not do this exact same thing with a different picture on the contact page? And instead of having the picture on this side, you put the picture on this side and you put the form on the other side, because people will see the form first. So it's opposite, and it's exactly the same template. You know what I mean? Rather than doing what you did. I hope that helps you. That is Calligraphy Ridgely. All right, I ran out of songs. I actually did. Ran out of songs because I've been going for over 2 hours now looking at websites. Over 2 hours looking at sisters. Like, and again, a lot of you guys should know the situations that I'm looking at. Joseph, you need to get your domain set up. You're still joseph-baldwin.pixba.com. Like, get that, josephbaldwin.com or Joseph Baldwin Photo or JB Photo. Get that guanin. This is Joseph Baldwin. Joseph, I was going to ask you how you're doing your quiz as a pop-up. There's too many fonts here, though, as well. This is a font. This is a font. And also the center and not justified. Look how much cleaner it looks when it's justified left. And then how messy it looks when you center it. Do you see the difference? Which is why you don't center text. You left justify. So this looks super clean. This looks super messy. And it's on the same pop-up. So fix that. I don't like, again, this is cool because yes, you want people to take your quiz, but the multiple like fonts, like this font different than this font, like there's 17 fonts in this one pop-up that fucking makes me crazy. You need to fix that. Here, I can't see this, Joseph. I can't see your text in the header. Like it's too busy. I like this, your name is too small. Your name is too small. I can't see these here. I can't see them, Jay. So, and also you're doing 6 across. So your pictures are small. So, and then also, then the color of these change to like red. So, yeah, Jay, like it's just, the overlay floating header only works sometimes. And again, I have it, but you can see here, I just keep it white when I'm here. When you're in, and again, I'm going to change that back to transparent, see if that works. When you're in my portfolio, I just keep it white. Like I actually don't even make it transparent. I just keep, so you can always see my headers. You have it transparent, so we actually don't see it unless you roll up. But then when it's here, it's distracting. Do you know what I mean? Because now the text is over and it just keeps coming and going and coming and going, and it just becomes distracting. 6 across with the work. The work is great. There's a good blend of horizontal and verticals. I want you to be like, this is a great shot that can go up higher. This is a great shot that can go up higher. Yeah, you just need a resequence. You have one of those from there up here. You just need a resequence, and I just need no more than 4 across. For your site, I would do 3. I would do 3 across. This is Joseph Baldwin. Again, Joe, really close, bro. Really close. Portfolio, personal work, skateboarding, about me. Behind the lens with Joseph Baldwin. The colors now, like the brown, it's not sexy, Joseph. And this font on top of the brown is really hard to read. And again, this is like, we don't need color blocks here. This also, this should be way bigger, not like a 600 pixel embed on a 4K site. So this needs help. This isn't sexy really at all. And then this like looks great on mobile, but on a desktop, it just doesn't work. Like this block, like just no, no. The testimonials also, I want them to, like, you're no longer using your whole width. Like once we left your portfolio, you're no longer using your whole site width. Now you're just using like a bar down the center of the site, and it's just spatially bad. So fix this part as well. And your testimonials need to go in your about me. And again, don't try to do 4 across, because now it puts this, it's too thin. It's too thin, and it's like, it's really hard to read narrow columns like that. Super hard to read narrow columns of text. This, how you're laying out these 4 testimonials, needs to be in a cleaner way. And again, consider Senja for testimonials. It just looks cleaner. They're dynamic and blah, blah, blah. They take up all the space and blah, blah, blah. All right, guys, that was Mr. Joseph Baldwin. Let's get it on, Joseph. Thanks for submitting. I know you've been waiting, and the wait is almost over. The application process for my Professional Photographers Accelerator opens again for the next round very soon. This is your opportunity to join a transformative 12-week program designed to help you build a thriving photography career. This isn't a course, by the way. This is a career accelerator program for photographers who are ready to elevate their craft and their business. Over 3 months, you'll dive into my proven 6-phase system, learning everything that you need to succeed, from building a market for your work to creating high-value offers and developing client acquisition systems that deliver consistent results. Over 12 weeks, I give you focused training and live group mentorship, which builds your roadmap and will fast-track your success for your photography business. This means bi-weekly group masterclasses that take you through each phase of my system, equipping you with actionable tools to overcome roadblocks and thrive. Weekly cohort sessions to keep you accountable, working alongside other ambitious photographers while getting personalized support from me. When you join my Professional Accelerator, you're stepping into a community of photographers just like you. Many have already completed my 6-phase system, and they're now refining their craft by going through it again. They've walked the path that you're about to take, and they're here to support your journey every step of the way. Together, they're helping me ensure that you succeed. This unique level of peer and mentor support is what makes my accelerator truly special. You're not just learning, you're surrounded by a network of experienced photographers who understand your challenges and are dedicated to seeing you thrive. Joining my waitlist is your only chance to access this exclusive program. Spots are really limited, and my accelerator fills up really quickly. Visit cartymethod.com/accelerator to join the waitlist now and make 2025 the year of your photography career transformation. Hey, my daughter just messaged me saying that she opened YouTube and I was the first thing that she saw in her feed. So hello, Aya, darling. Good to see you. Hello, Eli, my son. Eli, my daughter, Aya, watching from home. I'm going to see them later on this afternoon. That was Joseph Baldwin, everybody. We have 5 more sites to go. This is Garan Rath. Garan, Mr. Rath, also known as Mr. Operations Manager. Garan, this is dope. I mean, for me, the color balance on this, it feels quite blue. I would love to see this a little bit more neutral. But again, I love this image. I also would like to see you mix these, the shots of this guy. And again, Garan is a product photographer. So although he's shooting this hot dude, he's actually shooting sunglasses. This image for me, I've seen other versions of this image, Garan, that I actually like better. The cropping and the negative doesn't hit for me. I mean, it's just a personal opinion. It doesn't hit for me. I think that this is so much stronger, in fact, that this picture actually takes away from the next one. It actually takes away from this one. And the other stuff is so strong. Like, this is so strong. It's so much stronger than this negative crop. For me, this doesn't need to be here. Again, personal opinion. I like you bookending this guy, but I feel like because you're a product photographer first, this is a strong image. Again, it's cropped as a square. So you're kind of free cropping. I'd really like to see this as a vertical or a horizontal. Make it a horizontal. We'll really focus on the sunnies. Yeah, so a little bit of the sequencing. This picture, the way that the liquid is coming down almost too parallel. It's like it's unbelievably parallel. For me, this one doesn't work. We talked about this splash when I reviewed it. This one I would take out because this one's so much better. This is so much better. And it's so much better. The other one doesn't actually, this is so much better with liquid. So for me, this picture doesn't need to be there. And it also doesn't need to be next to the other version of it, which for me is better. The car stuff, again, I would resequence your book. So this is mixed in with some of the other stuff, mixed in with the sunglasses, mixed in with the Dolce & Gabbana. Like, we're trying to hit luxury. For me, this is all Oakley, but I would mix it up. You have all the cars together, almost with the exception of this one up here, but also vertical, like too many verticals, and again, too many free crops. This is, again, maybe a billboard, but this crop and this free crop it just fucks up your grid. And it just, again, like this little sliver of a photo, it doesn't show me enough of the sunglasses. Give me this at least as a horizontal, please. This, again, another incredibly strong shot that should be higher in your portfolio. Some of these interiors, cars pay big money, should be pushing this a little bit more, like push this higher in your portfolio. Again, another great horizontal that could get pushed up higher in your portfolio. This stuff is great. There's only one of this, but I'd love to see more executions of this from that idea. And again, another execution that's too good to be so low in the bottom of your book. And again, another execution that is so much stronger, I believe, than this one. So for me, the free cropping, I have an issue with the free cropping and you not like being restricted by any 2x3, 4x5, 16:9, or any of those proportions. You're just cropping how you like. That bothers me because you do that quite a bit. There's quite a bit of instances where you're just cropping however you want. And again, I think that like changing that would really, I think, add to your portfolio. Small things. And again, this is a square cropped for Instagram, which is, again, not what we're supposed to be thinking about. So that is my 2 cents in a bag of chips for me. Sequencing and stop the free cropping and drop those shots that I thought that you should drop. That is Garan Wrath. And also, Garan, I'm not sure what you can do with the spacing, but you can see here that there's definitely some spacing here and here where you could go full width and match the space here with here. So you're actually utilizing the entire width of your site. Because once we scroll down here, well, then there's no reason, because of the space in between the shots, for that space like that to be like that. You might as well use all of it and get another 2 inches of size in your images. I hope that helps you. That is Garan Wrath. Mr. Wrath. I've wanted to do that review for you for a while. All right. We are down to our last 3 sites. This Sean Thomas is next. Sean Thomas. So Sean, I've been looking at this site now for months, and I stopped looking at it because you haven't done anything to it. You haven't changed it, and I'm over it. Like, there's too many across. There's too many shots across. Again, it should be 4 wide. I think you're using Adobe Portfolio still. You're using Adobe Portfolio still, which is an old school builder, which then, like, just, yes, it's dynamic, but it's not like your images should be 3 across. Now, when I do this, look at your sequencing. Vertical, 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 horizontal, 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 horizontal. Like, well, then, like, and again, that's what it looks like when I do that. Now I go over here, and this now dynamic, like, this is why this site doesn't work. This is why Adobe Portfolio as a builder doesn't work, because you can't like, I mean, maybe you can change how many rows across it goes, but you need to fix that. It shouldn't be more than 3. It shouldn't be more than 4 across, Sean. It's going to make a huge difference to your site. Your personal work, okay, spaces, like this for me could work into the main work, because it's like spaces where cars could be, which actually works for me. About section is okay, good font. It's, again, spatially, I mean, it fits, but you could see how you could be utilizing this space a lot more. But again, with Adobe Portfolio, your options are almost nothing. And then this whole liquid car business, like, I don't know if this is attractive or distracting. It's kind of cool, we'll call it. I don't mind this at all. I wish it didn't scroll. But yeah, Sean, this is overall good. It's just you definitely need to change how many shots across there are, because this is too many. Your pictures are too small. Because they're small, they're losing impact. And irregardless as to how wide or how big, the size of the images don't get much bigger. You know, unless I go straight to like mobile view, and even still they don't get bigger. So yeah, the thumbnail size don't change. They're still small. It's just as far as how, like, I want you to see the difference in the size of my images, like, and just how much harder it hits. So that's the thing that I would suggest for you. That is Sean Thomas, everybody. You got to care about your site more, Sean. It is your professional storefront. All right, Sean Thomas. If your site hasn't, I've looked at it 1,000 times, it still hasn't changed. It's just like, all right, bro. You know what I mean? You're not doing anything with it. You're not updating it. You're not caring about it. All right, this is Amond Thompson. Amond, Nevada City, editorial portrait photographer. Amond Thompson. Amond. So space is the first thing, and I'm just, yeah, you're trying to do what is happening here, Amond? What is happening here? Is this some, like, I don't know what is happening here. This is a mess. This one-page site concept is no bueno. And again, I'm not sure if this is Pixpa. It looks like you're using Pixpa, but I don't know what you did. Like, you made a one-page site. The sizes, like, sizing here is a little bit off. Vertical, 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 vertical. Vertical, 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 vertical. But then the sizes isn't right, because now you can see how the proportions, like, now it starts to get weird here. Like, you need to mix in some horizontals, but then now it's family portraits. So it's like, yeah, the sequencing, and you need to shoot more. You really do. You need to shoot more, and you need to shoot more, and you need to shoot more, and you need to shoot more. I'm seeing a lot of pictures that I've seen. I've just seen them. These two pictures shouldn't be side by side. They're both white. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to really think about how this stuff is laying out. Look how this picture is just an island and like going down into the bottom of the grid, but then how that now falls right into this, which is your about page, should be your about page. And then spatially, this is not good. And then what I do, you're trying to show that you do too many things. What you do is supposed to be seen here. I should know what you do based on looking at the work. And then this blue bar is really random. And then the scrolling testimonials and like pay for pro, and then turn the slider off that says powered by Senja, because this, and then make this on just a black thing, so it's not on like a block of something. And then latest photo shoots, this now is just, should be in your main portfolio or not. It should be in your main portfolio or not. And if it's like, just, yeah, I mean, you're not following the format. Like, you're not following the format. I'm going to say it again. You're not following the format. And this is all blocky and really not sexy. Like, I see black text here, which is impossible to read on gray. Have you not looked at this, Ammon? Have you not looked at this? Like, this just does, it's not good. Like, all the space, everything is just off here, bro. And again, you're trying to do a one-page site. A one-page site. Not a thing. Like, we're not doing one-page sites now. You know what I mean? So please fix all of this. Fix. Header. Like, space. order, sequencing, all of this stuff is super, super, super important. And we're missing a lot of that here. The blocks, like all of this is just wrong. All right, that is Amond Thompson. I know that you just migrated over to Pixpa. You got to be picking a better template and using your template better than this. All right, that is Amond Thompson. I think we are now about to look at our second last site. We got two more. This is Liza Hyder. Liza's using a header image. You can see for me spatially, like, why not overlay this over top here? Like, why not overlay it? And then what happens? Do I have to click to like enter? Personally, your site should start here. Your site should start here, Liza. This, like, do you understand? The header is just a doorway that you're closing for people. You're closing and you're showing one photo, which means what if that photo doesn't hit with that exact person that you're showing? So why not open the door and let this be the first page that they see? Because guess what? They'll see that header image like pretty quickly, right? They'll see that header image pretty quickly. You don't need this picture and this picture. This picture, she looks wide and her body language is super uncomfortable. This picture over here is way better. Although she still is a little wide here. But this picture is better, but I don't know if this picture is as good to be like above the fold, like your absolute best shit. And you have really strong work that is not up above the fold. And you have commercial looking work that could also replace, like, this is all the same kind of a picture. Okay, this is all the same kind of a picture, but later in your portfolio, you have other kinds of work that you make, like this. So that needs to be above the fold. This is the strongest image of this girl. This one, it's the most flattering. This, I like the location more than I like the pose. This, I take it away, please. Take it out of your site. So, and again, this super strong picture could be up here and could replace this picture, because personally, I think this is more attractive. Eye contact, great smile. It's more attractive. Although her hair on camera left is a little bit messy. Eye contact. This could go above the fold. It's brand new. It's beautiful. So what's above the fold is really important. This could go above the fold. Super strong. This picture, you no longer need to have it in your book. You should let this picture go. Her foundation doesn't match her neck. You can see, look at the color of her forehead and the color of her shoulder. Like, her foundation doesn't match her neck. If you look at this picture, Liza, you can actually see the line right along here. Like, she has a face on. Her teeth don't look great with this smile. You can let this picture go. Just let it go. No one misses pictures that aren't there. You have stronger pictures in your book. Stronger pictures that are being missed. Like pictures like this that are being missed. This is one of your best images. This shows a brand, shows that you work with companies. This picture needs to be right here. Please. It needs to be right here. Please. So what you're leading with, you're not leading with your killers. You're not leading with your killers. So you have to lead with your killers. It's super important. Super important. This picture doesn't need to be here. It doesn't need to be here, Liza. It's not your best. It's just basic, especially when you have this in your portfolio. Do you understand how this picture here is actually lowering your standard. Lowering your standard. There's people walking through your photo in the background. There's chairs. There's branding. Like, this is a snapshot. It's lowering your quality. It does not need to be on your website. Yeah, you have really strong ideas here, Liza. You have really strong ideas here, but at the same point, you're not leading with your strongest. And you have stuff in here that doesn't need to be here. I know you love your Hasselblad. I love my Hasselblad too, but like, this is just over dominating borders that are not necessary. You also have killer shots that are like buried way down below. So sequencing, spatially wise though, like, you get it. Yeah, you need just a bit of an edit, and this is not the right kind of black and white. It doesn't even look like it's your photo. It doesn't even look like it's your photo. It's sepia toned. Like, none of the other black and white are sepia toned. The crop is weird. It's a square. I know Hasselblad shoots squares, but just make it look like all the other ones you're black and white. And just style wise, it doesn't even fit like it looks like your photography. Like, if all your black and white is straight black and white, then don't put one sepia picture in there because it stands out. It doesn't fit. Yeah, Liza, you just need some sequencing, girl. This is a good site. You just need some sequencing. Let's look at your headshot section. This is ugly. This is, again, left justified, not centered. These blocks don't look great. The white block on the beige background doesn't look great, Liza. Yeah, and then two of them have no text, and then these two do have text, and then these two don't have text, and like the border, like, I don't know. This page is not good. It's not good. And like, it's so disjointed. Just do it. This is takes me to your Substack. Okay, and then about this needs to be left justified and not centered, and then this page designed with like 1, 2, 3. Like, this is not sexy layout at all. It just looks like a block here, a block here, a block here. And this picture could be full screen, and one block could go on this side and one block could go on this side. And the whole thing here is a picture. And then this home button, I don't need the home button because the home button happens when I click your logo. So I don't need a home button because the home button is your logo. Yes or yes. So remove that button. Okay, that is Liza Hyder. And again, please consider not having this page, which really is just a waste of a page, and just take me here. Let this be your homepage, like everybody else. Cool? That is Liza Hyder. Holy moly, this is exhausting looking at websites. Exhausting. And just do it. I don't know what that is, and it took me to a blog post. Talk to Nick about the best way to incorporate your blog into your website. I think just natively posting on a blog that exists in your website is how to do it, not linking Substack. That's not the way to do it. Nick has done some serious trial and error both ways, and we're looking at Nick's website next. Definitely see what Nick is doing. This is Nick Johnson, the last photographer of the day. Nick, thanks for submitting. So you need some horizontals up here above the fold. Also consider not 5 across, but consider 4 across. Again, and I don't know if this is your Pixpa site or no, this is your Adobe Portfolio site. You have a Pixpa site, you're up in the process of moving over or something. For me, there's too many pictures across. I want your pictures to be smaller. I want them to be like this. Now, if we look like this, you can see vertical, vertical, horizontal, vertical, 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 vertical. So there needs to be like a horizontal break in here somehow. And the way that your grid is laying out just doesn't make sense because it fixes the bottom line. You see how it fixes the bottom line? So your sizes are restricted to this bottom line. So it makes all your heights the same. It makes all your heights the same. I want you to look at how this grid works, and the bottoms are not like, that's not what's happening when I do this. So you can see the photos still remain big and they're not locked to like the same dynamics that yours are. So I definitely noticed that, Nick. Sequencing, again, watch how this is on top. Oh my goodness. This is on top of the next one. This is on top of this. Like, these pictures, either don't use both of them or don't show them side by side or on top of each other. For me, the lower one is stronger. This is stronger. This is okay if I'm not seeing it first. Show me second. And this is a strong enough shot to be way higher in your fold. It's commercial work. Pictures like this are starting to not hold weight for me anymore. They're not hitting as hard. Pictures like this, to me, need to be reshot with like a different girl. And like the treatment that you're using in this work, like you don't really use this treatment anymore. So again, I'm looking forward to you reshooting more location stuff this summer, Nick, because like you're a different photographer now than when you were doing this. You know, I honestly believe that you're a different photographer now. Your stuff is way more sophisticated. Your stuff is way more like, it's like, and again, this shot is so killer. I think it needs to be higher up in the fold because it looks like an ad for Patagonia. Yeah, so what you have above here, Nick, I just think what you're showing first is not your heaviest hitters. I think this is a heavy hitter that needs to go up. I think that this is a heavy hitter that needs to go up. This is a heavy hitter that needs to go up. Yeah, I did a resequencing for you. Let's look about, Nick. This page, this over, like, it's you in the picture, but then it's an inset box over top. Like, I don't like this at all. The testimonials look good here. Powered by Senja. The testimonials look good here, but you can see this up-down scroll business because you have powered by Senja. All you need to do is turn the powered by Senja slider over, so that's off. The get in touch button is like, it's okay from like the picture down, but what's going on from like this line up, this is no bueno. I like the image, but I don't like the overlay thing that you're doing here. It makes this really hard to read. Let's look at contact/booking. This page also, I want to see you, Nick, here, not this guy. Let's talk is fine, but this is lowercase or sentence case, and then this is capitals, and then this is a different font. Like, yeah. Yeah, this, I don't mind seeing this girl and this girl, but I want to see you maybe up here working. So yeah, again, I know that you're about to scrap this, Nick. Your footer is fine. This is close, but not quite there. And again, I'll wait for you to move your site from Wix, which you said you're doing in June, and see what this next build looks like. I think your mind will be broken when you move over to Pixpa, if that's what you choose to do. Guys, I just looked at 1,000 websites. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I just looked at 1,000 websites. Is there a... Let's just go right back up to the top here and see if there's a site that like, let's look here at, okay. Let me choose some of my favorite sites. Why don't I do that? I'll choose some of my favorite sites. Some of my favorite sites of the day. Sites that are very, very close to being, like, very close to being ready. Yeah, not that one. Sites that are very close to being ready. That one. Okay. Very close to being ready. That one. This one. Very close. Yeah. We're gonna just fly through some very close to being ready sites. Remember, guys, Portfolio Lab is how you get this kind of personal attention on your work. Portfolio Lab. This is how you do it. Portfolio Lab. Go there. Join right now. There's a lot of these here that okay, we're almost there. I'm going to show you the sites that for me are the closest right now to being ready. Okay? The ones that are the closest for me right now, the closest, the ones that need the least amount of tweaks. Okay, that's up already. All right, here we go. These we're going to consider best of the week. Okay, starting best of the week. Where should we start? We're going to start right here. Best of the week, okay? First website. Oh, it's already up there. Jesus, I thought my screen was over here. First website. Best of the week goes to Joshua Haney. Joshua, well done. This whole time you guys just saw all my work. Well done. Joshua. This is a site of the week. Carty approved. Okay, again, remember everything that I said. Joshua Haney. Next site that gets some love from me. We'll do it in some sort of order, yeah? We'll do it in some sort of order. Hey, here we go. Next site gets a good love from me. This guy is doing the Carty method system on his own. This is Frank Tom. Frank, so proud of you, bro. So proud of you for how much work you've put in. Like, honestly, you are not a joke. I am so proud of the work that you put in. Frank Tom, guy, really good effort. Good effort. Here's another one. Good effort today. Good effort. This is Mike Rodriguez. Mike, good effort, bro. We need to do some sequencing for you. We need to find you more faces so this whole portfolio isn't one person. Yeah, the site is what we're talking about here. The site is what we're judging. You're onto something here with this site. You need some help with curation and direction, Mike, I'm sure. This is what I'm here for. Portfolio Lab is going to get you only part of the way. Show up for some of these cohorts that we do every Thursday, and consider booking me for half-hour coaching even would help you. This is our next Ian Martin. Ian. Yes. Again, Ian, remember all the things that I said about this site and specifically merging these 3 portfolios into one, and me seeing your smiling face here on the contact page, as well as the order in which these 3 things go. We don't need a home page, because home page is this, right? That's your home when you click the logo. So you don't need that. About is not more important than your portfolio. So it goes portfolio, about, contact. That's the order, okay? And again, remember every single thing that I said. And most importantly, you have work in these 2 categories that need to be inside your main book. You are doing yourself a huge disservice by burying your pictures that way. That is Ian Martin. Congratulations, Ian. Mr. Martin. Well done. Next. Photographer. Very on his way. This is Daniel Van Cleef. Daniel, well done, buddy. Well done, Mr. Van Cleef. Daniel. And again, remember, your biggest issue is your sequencing, a couple of spatial things, but you're well on your way. And again, you also have good work in your personal work that needs to be moved over to here. Good shit. That is Daniel Van Cleef. Next, great site to look at. This is Doyle Daniels. Doyle, you're getting love, bro. Again, this guy works. He works hard. He works hard at improving. He listens, and every single thing I tell him to do, he just does it. This guy. And yeah, when he feels like he makes a stupid mistake, he gifts memberships to my channel. So this is Doyle Daniels, and again, a very, very tight site, Doyle. Again, I reviewed it. I gave you small tweaks that you can do. Another. Mr. Mats Carlson. Mats won the prize of the best about page of the bunch. The best stand out authentically. This is very, very great. And again, definitely worthy of this Carty seal of approval. Again, remember my review. Remember everything I said. Most importantly, sizing of these images on your main grid. Okay? This is Mr. Mats Carlson. Very few fixes that this guy has to do. All right, another shooter. Pretty proud with what this website looks like. This is Marcus Mack. Marcus. Again, Marcus, very good swing. You heard me review it. You know what you need to do. More location photography and more horizontals. This font needs to be a little bit bigger, a little bit on the spacing, but overall a very good swing and a very strong about page that's not an about page. This picture needs to be an about page, and this needs to be your quiz page. But that can't just say quiz. You got to make it something that like is compelling, that opens a curiosity loop and makes them want to click. And also, I hate the blue, the default blue. Get rid of that. But still a very good swing from 22-year-old Marcus Mack. This next shooter, really, really good effort, really great website. This is Mike Morrison. Mike, again, same with you. Remember all the things that I said. Your main gallery is really, really strong, but you fall apart on the about page, the contact page. So let's get that fixed up so that is equally as strong. Keep this APA stuff or PPA stuff on your about page if you care so much to show it. And again, remember what I said about your logo. This is Mike Morrison. Mike, well done. Mike Morrison. Next. Coming into the last few. The last few. Starting with this guy. Mr. Sean Thomas. Sean. Remember what I said. Again, the faster you can migrate off of this platform, the happier you're going to be. Adobe Portfolio is a means to an end in the beginning for free, but you've grown past it. This is Sean Thomas. Well done. All right. Next. This is Garan Rath. Garan, thanks for submitting. Thanks for sharing your work with us. Again, remember everything I've said, especially the free cropping. The free cropping for me is the thing that bothers me the most. This picture with the parallel liquid composite, I would replace that. And again, mix your shots up, mix them. And I think that the stuff that's above the fold should be the strongest. And again, remember your review. Still, the site is very, 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 very tight, and it warrants to be Carty approved. Well done. That's Mr. Garan Rath. All right. Next is Mr. Nick Johnson. Nick, thanks for submitting, my guy. Nick, the applause is going to go now. There we go, Nick. Well done, Nick. Again, good work. Remember everything I said about this review. Really strong. Something that I think you should be proud of. And I can't wait for you to migrate and build a new one. Good shit. That is Nick Johnson. Well done, Nick. And our last of the day. The last of the day comes from Miss Liza Hyder. Liza, I've always liked your site, Liza. You really have always had a really good sensibility for websites. I just want you to remember what I'm talking about with your about page and your contact page, and just making that part of your site, and also the sequencing really all effective. I'm very proud of you. Well done, Liza Hyder. Congratulations, Liza. All right, guys, that's all my photos. That's all my websites, to look at. I looked at 29 of them. I spent 3 hours here at my desk looking at websites for you. 3 hours. Impossible and crazy. And again, if you don't find it beneficial, watch Peter McKinnon. If you do find it beneficial, do me a favor. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, I don't talk about subscribing enough on this channel. I just assume people will subscribe if they like content. But if you subscribe, because you're not subscribed, that helps me greatly. Also, making clips helps. Sharing helps. What helps you the most is actually learning from what you saw today. Thanks, Joshua. I appreciate that. What helps me more than anything is you learning and applying what you learned today to your website. Just apply what you learned today. Like, there's so many little tweaks. There's so many little things. Like, it's never finished. I could look at my website and find 20 mistakes right now. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it to a place where you can show it anytime. You can show it and you're like, yeah, look at my website right now. It's sick and it works and it's dynamic. And whether they're looking on it on mobile, which my site, when they're looking on it on mobile, looks like this. Let me just refresh it there. Looks like this on mobile, and you push the plus and this comes down and you do this and you see my 3 categories, and it's all nice and tight. And this is how big the work is when you look on it on mobile. On your phone, it looks super tight. And if you click a picture,
Yes or yes.
you can just click the picture and it'll just take you through on mobile, just like this. So I really grinded to make it so my experience on my website, irregardless as to what size you are on, the stuff looks tight. It's super important. Your website is really important. And for how many people have massive screens like me, like my desk is dual 4Ks, 4K monitors. One's a 32 inch, one is a 27 inch. People in the industry have dual 4Ks. They're looking at your shit on big monitors. So make your pictures nice and big, make it nice and easy to navigate, and your website will convert. Guys, I hope today brought you value. Remember, your assignment. Do you want your assignment? Is that why you waited 3 hours for this week's assignment? Well, I forgot it's Tuesday. I leak Thursday's assignment 2 days early, so let's leak it. Thursday's assignment, or the assignment for week 19, which is due next week, Wednesday at midnight Eastern time, is simple. I want you to show motion within a still image. Show motion within a still image. Create an image that effectively freezes or blurs motion to tell a dynamic story. If you shoot portraits, shoot subjects in peak action moments and peak expression moments. If you shoot places, use long exposures to show movement through an environment. Imagine like city shot, but there's people, but they're blurred. So you don't see them. They're just blurs, but you do see everything else that's fixed because you're shooting on a tripod. If you shoot things, I want you to demonstrate products in active use or create motion effects that show like a movement with your product. This is a horizontal image. Horizontal. This is why this matters. Motion in photography, being able to capture motion in photography demonstrates a technical mastery while also adding an added energy and excitement to your portfolio, which proves you can capture decisive moments in a static mess. So understanding how to shoot motion within a still frame and show motion within a still frame is an essential skill. I'll show you a couple of examples of me showing motion within a still frame. This is me showing motion within a still frame. Do you see how this shows movement? How it shows motion, but it's a single still frame. Let me show you another example. Different person, but the same treatment. Motion within a still frame. Let me show you another example of motion within a still frame. This is an example of motion within a still frame. Okay, I'll show you another example of motion within a still frame. Let me see if I can show you another example of motion within a still frame. Well, definitely this. Again, it is an essential skill that we work lifetimes to get to the point where we can show motion within a still motion. So you are seeing me dive into my deepest activations of motion within a still frame. I do this. And again, I'm not shooting bullets flying through apples, but I am showing movement within a still frame. It's dynamic, it's dimensional, and it's an essential skill that all photographers need to know how to use. Again, movement, motion within a still frame. You know that smoke's moving. You know it's impossible for that smoke to not be moving. Movement within a still frame. And of course, movement within a still frame. So I've showed you several examples of my work that shows movement within a still frame. And now my challenge to you is you now show me movement within a still frame. Can you do that for me? Create one horizontal picture. This is for a double page spread. So bias yourself one side or the other. And again, motion and knowing how to capture motion in a still demonstrates technical mastery, and it adds an energy, an excitement to your portfolio, proving that you can shoot decisive moments that static images miss. This is going to add a crazy dimension to your portfolio. I will be back on Thursday to look at your niche photographs at night. I hope today brought you value.
This live stream was brought to you by Pixpa, the best website builder for photographers and creatives, and Indie, the best way to run your freelance business, and by you, the members and subscribers of the Carty Method. Consider becoming a member for $5 a month to show your support for our content, and we'll reward you. You get members-only content every month, and Carty has the best emojis on YouTube, and you'll get that crown badge next to your name. If you're building your photography business, make sure you join Portfolio Lab. How ready are you to be a pro? Take the Carty Method Pro Photographer's Readiness Scorecard. You'll always find helpful links in the show notes. Sharing is caring. If this content has brought you value today, share it, clip it, post it to your socials. Curating and sharing helpful content makes you an expert. Even if the content you're sharing isn't yours, be a curator and share this content with your network. Find your creative and business genius with the Carty Method.